Hey guys, how we doing? Are we ready for more My Immortal in visual novel form? Because that's what we've got. Alright, for anyone that needs a recap of Corpse Factory, basically there's this complete sociopath girl that runs a website where you can request someone's death, and all she does is she takes the picture you send her and photoshops it on a dead corpse and then like sends it to the person through the contact info you provided. And then apparently it's supposed to like freak out a person so much they actually kill themselves, and she believes she has the power to make people die from that, even though she's done it like 50 times, but so far only one person has turned up dead. However, when the game starts, another person does die, and it turns out to be like the woman who's a top exec at the company she works at. So yeah, that's the situation. It's also a little disjointed because the girl we were playing as, Emmy, is the character of the prologue, the protagonist, I guess, of the prologue. But then after her chapter, her prologue is complete, the real protagonist takes place in the story 3 weeks earlier. So it's just very, very strange, very strange. Also, you will find out really quick that every single character in this game, except for maybe Glasses Girl Aoi and Cinnamon Roll Boy Shinyu or whatever, Shenmue, everyone's terrible. Just everyone's terrible. It's bad. And you will also notice that scenes drag out way too long with way too much descriptors, and we have not made a single choice in this visual novel so far, even though there's apparently multiple endings. I guess 4 hours wasn't enough to get to the point where I could do something. Describing it as cursed morbasm. I'm not talking about the morbasm, okay? Okay, also, I made a little bit of a texture edit, a little costume for the this occasion, so hopefully people will think it's fun, interesting, maybe? I don't know. Okay, back to the game. There are choices? I know, right? Surely there must be choices because apparently there's multiple endings. I have no idea how would we get to the multiple endings if we didn't have choices. Maybe it just makes you play the game like over and over again to get different endings, even though you can't actually make any choices. Let's see, Eminem. Yes, alright, here we go. And I should make sure, I don't know. I just did it, it's a little rough. This is what I did last night when I was dead to the world. And there we go. Okay, so the colors, they're okay, but remember, I can't actually change any proportions of my character, so that's that. Also, the stupid tracking on the iPhones have broken mouth tracking. It's a big issue for VTubers everywhere, so it's not opening and closing completely well. But yeah, there we go. So we'll be playing Emmy, because I sure as hell was not about to play fucking Noriko or whatever, because she's awful. She's a terrible character. Nice looking model, thank you. It's a shame the tracking's just not with it today. Okay, well, let me go ahead and calibrate. Maybe that'll help a bit. Because the tracking on the mouth is actually a little bit worse than it was. Looks, especially for a short time. Yeah, not bad for a couple hours, right? Let me go ahead and just... I'm actually gonna restart it real quick, too. Because it was looking better. Like, I actually showed people the costume a little while ago, and the mouth tracking was much better. But now it's just like, yeah. So, we'll see. Give me 1 second more, guys. And then we will get into the Corpse Factory. Although, so far, I have neither seen any corpses or... Well, I guess we saw one. We saw one corpse. So I guess that part is good, but I have not seen a factory, so... Okay, maybe that's a bit better, I think. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. I think that fixed the mouth just a little bit more. Alright, let me calibrate one more time. Okay, so that should do it a little bit. Not perfect, but better. Oh, hey, Atomic. Another cute Nim cosplay model. Yeah, we're looking at that. So it goes Emmy, Shinya, Tomoe, Noriko, and the other three Bish. Yeah, exactly. Emmy saw a clone of herself before death. I wonder if a supernatural element will show up in the plot. God, I hope so. Otherwise, we're just stuck with Noriko the entire time. But I could easily imagine that she was just hallucinating because for whatever reason, she was disturbed enough to actually throw herself off a balcony, which, I don't know, that makes zero sense. This game has some really weird character decisions, and I don't know if it's because of lazy writing or if because there actually is a supernatural element where once you're targeted, you're forced to Minecraft yourself, I thought this was Corpse Party, oops. Yeah, no parties here. No parties when Noriko's around, I'm sorry. Oh, you guys want to see the intro movie? I hope it doesn't copy strike me, but this is some My Immortal shit. Okay, hang on, it's not showing up. Okay, wait. For whatever reason, the game capture window, it takes a while to come up on the screen. It better be doing that. All right, I've paused it 1 second. Everything's just not working today, and that's great. Cool. Yeah, I didn't play the game intro thing. One, because half the time they have to give away the few CGI that the game has. And another reason I didn't play it is because it is some cringe stuff, I will say. Okay, Corpse Factory, that should do it. It'd be really nice if you did it. But it's a legit My Immortal. It's basically just angsty Noriko, like drinking coffee on the roof and then screaming in a hallway and stuff. It's all right, let me try this one more time. I'm gonna go ahead and mute things real quick, and then we'll get to it. I will say this song almost sounds a bit like a Drakengard 3 song a little bit. It's still not showing up. It's still not showing up. Fate does not want me to play this game today. While seeing black. Yeah, I know, it's not coming up. Hence why I said it's not coming up. Okay, give me one more try. I'll relaunch it. I'm gonna have to. I've got 2 instances of the screen capture, but it's still not working. All right, one more try. One more try. We're doing it. We're doing it. The prologue death reminds me of The Haunting of Hill House. Haunting of Hill House? Was that the one with the remake? Which one? Do you mean like the original or the remake? Oh, okay, we're on. Perfect. Amazing. Which one was this? Okay, it was the bottom one. All right, cool. Sorry. It's gone again. The problem is, as soon as I trigger the visibility of it. Okay, good, cool. Here we go. This is it, guys. I'm gonna duck and not say anything because this is amazing. White lilies drawing me deep while I wait. Won't accept that you're gone. Yeah. All right. Cool. Great. See, like I said, visual novels have the roughest intro cutscenes because, again, at the end of the day, it's just still images. It's basically trying to make an interesting looking slideshow. Yeah, I love how the song turned like heavy and then like it had flames around Tomoe slapping Noriko. Just good stuff. Good stuff. Makes it obvious Emmy wasn't important. Though, yeah, exactly. She was just the prologue character, but she's still a way better character than Noriko, so that's what I went with. And besides, who knows? This takes place 3 weeks before Emmy's death, so therefore we might be able to save Emmy. Project Save Emmy. That's what this is. Remove the singer and let it be instrumentals only and it's significantly better. Yeah, she's a good singer and all, but that is like a weirdly heavy song. And the unfortunate part is it just consists entirely of Noriko like giving us the Yandere face while like laying on the floor and like, you know, moping in her bed and stuff. This is some serious like 14-year-old angst stuff, you know what I mean? Okay, alright, so I should be completely blocking Noriko the demon. Let me just make absolute sure I'm moving over to the right. There we go. I may need to adjust it, but in the meantime, this should do. That reminds me of the emo AMVs made on Movie Maker. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Like, they had, like, fucking Gaara from Naruto with, like, Linkin Park, and then, like, Hellsing was another one. Oh, man. I feel like they should have stopped before the fire stuff. It would have been fine. Yeah, in fact, they could have made 2 different versions. Like, once you pass a certain checkpoint in the game, it changes the intro cutscene to be way heavier or something. I don't know. I spent all morning trying unsuccessfully to calm my nerves. By the way, let me know how the audio is. If it's too low, too high, etc. Oh god, the anime AMV flashbacks. I actually enjoyed those days. Lasting 3 days grace and Breaking Benjamin and Nightwish and, Within Temptation. Ah, those are the days. And then, you know, YouTube lost, you know, just all creative rights with being able to make AMVs and stuff. This is nice background music. Yeah, the music is really good in this game. Everything about this game is really good. I can't tell if I just not jiving with the writing or if it's just Noriko literally making me hate existence. And I have become, and don't forget, let the bodies hit the floor. I'm anxious about finding out whether my latest victim has perished. It's afternoon now, so the time written on his photo has passed. If my work was successful, I should know soon enough. I've already set up an obituary news alert on my phone to keep me informed. Instead of sitting at home all day and waiting for my phone to go off, I decided to visit an old favorite hangout. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. I can sit here for hours for free and just get lost in different worlds. Plus, they always carry works by my favorite authors. Sometimes the librarians are even kind enough to recommend titles that might fit my tastes. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and mocks my clothing or my... Noriko, you literally look fine. If anyone's getting mocked, it's Tomoe for looking like a walking Barbie doll, okay? My clothing or my... I love how she says that. She looks absolutely... She looks like a typical anime chick, like no different than the others. One of my favorites is My Last Resort by Papa Roach with the military bear from Happy Tree Friends. Dude, there was a lot of AMV with, for starring Flippy from Happy Tree Friends. Isn't that nuts? Evanescence, yes. Numb in the end. Tomoe with her Tomoe necklace. I don't feel judged. Okay, yeah. Nobody looks at me and asks if I've had enough to eat lately. Do people in Japan really, like, say that to you? Like, here in America, probably, but in Japan, like, they'll bully you if you're overweight, but that's about it. Nobody makes fun of me. That lonely girl in the corner reading Lovecraft and calmly stroking her hair. Her raven flowing locks. Okay, Noriko. Every so often, I put my book aside and check my phone out of habit. Still no alerts. Have I miscalculated something? Did my latest photo not look convincing or damning enough to inspire suicide or murder? I find myself growing increasingly anxious and impatient. Kojiro. Cthulhu, huh? You're a Lovecraft nerd. This guy's about to bully us for our choice. Did you know Lovecraft was a huge racist? It's really problematic that you're reading Lovecraft, okay? That is not okay to participate in something like that. I blink twice and look up at the strange man standing over me. Huh? Saws. What do you mean? What does saws mean? Okay, guys, I need slang experts here. Is a Lovecraft chick single? I don't think she's like a regular human being, okay? But yes, she is single, and hopefully she's gonna die that way too, because anyone she gets into a relationship is gonna suffer. Sorry. Saws? Sawsy? What the fuck? Don't look- Guys, quick, don't look up H.P. Lovecraft's cat name. Okay, Saws means sorry. I hate this already. Saws. Didn't mean to interrupt. Noticed you're reading Lovecraft. Huh. In Japanese, too. He's gonna be like, you filthy plebe. If you're gonna read Lovecraft, you need to read it in the original English. Didn't know this book had been translated. Yeah, my English isn't great, so I read the translated versions. That's mad. Did they translate esoteric names? I can't imagine Cthulhu being easy to write in kanji. It's probably like Kuturu or something. Well, it's written in katakana. I was right! So, of course, Kojiro. The man extends his hand, and I can't tell if he wants me to shake it or pass him my book. What? Let me go ahead and move this screen just a little bit. I'm Kojiro. You? Noriko Kurosawa. Nice, just Korijo for me. No last name. Call me Koji. Great, he's a weirdo too. You don't have a last name? Used to. Lost it. Fire, you know. I'm just Kojiro now. I feel like I'm gonna call this guy Korijo, by accident, due to Mitsuru from Persona being, Kirijo. This guy is weird. His clothes smell like they've been stashed in the back of a closet for a decade or two. Oh, that musty, unwashed smell. Bro. Kojiro with the strategic unshaven look. He pulls it off okay. His face is unshaven. Somebody just said that. His face is unshaven and his eyes are scarily clear and focused, despite being masked by a pair of thick glasses. Didn't mean to keep you. Saws again. I'm looking for Nobel Sinclair. He around here? I mean, I don't know who? Writer guy. Did that book about befriending the dead? Librarian told me to check these shelves. Oh, what if the dead are still lingering? I really hope they kick Noriko's ass for everything she's done. Hideo Kojima fell down bad, man. It's Kojima! I wonder if he's an homage. Oh my gosh, that actually could be an homage. It does look like him. Wait a minute. Kojima just shows up in our game for no reason. Delete saws from your mental dictionary, please. I know, I hate that. What does that even mean? Why the Z? Like, if anything, you could just take out the R's and make it Sai or something. Like, at least that is sort of the word. Saws. Ugh. Sorry, I don't really know. No worries, I'll find him. You look like the type who'd enjoy his books. Not to judge you by your cover, haha. Need a strong stomach, though. Messed up shit. As much as I hate to admit it, this stranger has captured my interest. How messed up are we talking? Well, his first book describes dressing up corpses, taking them to dinner. Goal is to not get caught out. Mad, right? Like something out of that American movie, Weekend with Bernie. Weekend at Bernie's. Something like that. It's not like that movie at all. They thought they were gonna get in trouble for the guy being dead. This guy's just a weirdo. Second book goes nuts. Main character fills a school classroom with bodies, all dressed up as students, runs lectures and records them, puts them online. Best part, no one can figure out if these books are fiction. Okay, he's one of those. He's one of those guys that looks at you and he's like, hey, I heard this movie is based on true events. Isn't that scary? And you're like, bro, no it isn't. Koji saws. Kojiro, internet says Noble Sinclair actually did these things. Says he's doing time now, writing these books as a confession. So wait, why were you looking for him in the library? I thought he was like a friend of yours. Interesting, right? It's deranged. Makes for a good bedtime reading. Huh. You want noise? Well, of course you are. Yeah, you? Yeah. At Koji. Add me if you like. We can talk shop. I'm gonna find Nobel. Wish me luck. Without so much as I don't know if I should be pronouncing that guy Nobel or Noble. Without so much as a glance back at me, the man walks away. I try to return to my reading, but that whole book conversation just replays back in my head. What a bizarre encounter, isn't it? Maybe I'll just head home for today. Being here has helped me calm down, but I am still eagerly anticipating the fate of my victim. Oh, he was looking for books. I see. Okay, well, the way he asked it made it look like, hey, have you seen Nobel around? Besides, I have to admit that I'm growing a little bit hungry. Maybe onigiri or rice ball from the convenience store will tide me over until tomorrow. Oh, Crow Gemini just tipped $5. Yo, what the fuck? Why are you so cute? Many love, I hope you're having a great day. Hi, Crow Gemini. Glad to see you. Hopefully you're enjoying the cosplay. Yeah, it's more of this game, so we're all gonna suffer. Enjoy it. Musky, badly shaven dude didn't even make her inner dialogue hate him. That from the convenience store will tide me over until tomorrow. I gather my things and stand up, letting out a little whoo as I stretch my muscles. Did I just hear something? Oh well. Oh no, okay. As I said whoo, the noise effect played and my head was like, wait, what was that? As I head toward the sliding doors to leave the library, a little alert sounds from my phone. This is it! My phone is in my hands in less than a second. Okay, listen, when you morbasm, you need to go home before you do, okay? My phone is in my hands in less than a second. The screen unlocked and the obituary page loading before my eyes. Article posted online today, 2:39 p.m. Keywords found 3. Mr. Accident numerical data range 20 to 30. Image data found? Yes. Saturday, May 30th. Mr. Iichi Hanada, 22 of Tokyo Prefecture, was pronounced dead this afternoon at a traffic intersection, 12:02 p.m. Coroner's office reports that Mr. Hanada was involved in a traffic accident. No other casualties have been reported. Mr. Hanada is survived by his fiancée, who wishes to remain anonymous. A funeral service has not yet been arranged. View attachment? I quickly load the attachment and can't believe my eyes. The photo is the exact same one that was sent to me through Corpse Girl's website. Yeah, what an odd thing that this is twice now that the photo used for the death was the exact same one she received. I have to wonder if there maybe is a hoax or maybe it's just because the devs didn't want to do 2 different images of each victim. Default dude number 3. Oof, there can be absolutely no doubt that this is my latest victim. I've done it again. My breathing starts to quicken. My cheeks... Oh, fuck's sake, I am this close to... begin to grow hot. I know from experience that if I don't get somewhere private and quickly, I may very well make a fool of myself in public. I quickly glance... She's gonna morb, guys, careful. I quickly glance around the library for a sign pointing to a restroom. As soon as my eyes settle on it, I dash toward it, swerving between bookshelves and through narrow aisles. There's one door for a unisex bathroom, an unremarkable beige portal. The muscles in my thighs are tightening, and I squirm as I reach for the door. My hand grasps the cool metal handle and presses down, only to be met with immovable resistance. Get fucked, Noriko. You're gonna have to morbasm outside in the library. Jesus Christ, she's disgusting, isn't she? So here's the thing, I'm really curious to know how the original Japanese version is, because this is a localization, and you can't ever trust localizations of games, if you know what I mean. I'm wondering if it actually was My Immortal-esque dialogue, or monologues in the original Japanese version, or if this is something that some English, probably American person did. I don't know if it's a good thing they did that or not. It's funny, but at the same time, if it wasn't originally like that. It's locked. There's a sign on the door, a notice that I completely ignored in my haste. Closed for cleaning. Shit. I curse despite my best efforts to keep a low profile. Or you could just, not have have whatever you're having, okay? My head turns frantically, looking for somewhere, anywhere, that I can sit down and remain out of sight while my body reacts erratically to my latest success. Fucking Kojiro. Someone's out there playing in this game I could fix her. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's many. It doesn't matter. She's a cute anime girl. It doesn't matter what she does. You know what I mean? We watched her collapse onto a bathroom floor and just puke on herself. Oh god, Kojiro could take context clues. Yo, you busting? This guy again. I need to use the restroom. I hope he can't tell that the expression of my face is not one of desperation to use the facilities. On it. To my surprise, Kojiro strides up to the restroom door and begins to slam his fists against it. Hey, cleaning time is over. Get out of there. I hear a panicked yelp from within. Kojiro's commanding voice was more than a little intimidating. Within seconds, a terrified old woman emerges. She wheels her cleaning trolley around us, bows quickly, and disappears from... Bro, she's old, she cleans public bathrooms for a living, be nice to her. And disappears from sight. She's gonna bust a morb. All yours, bad to hold it. Thanks. Oh, please don't make me watch this again. Please don't make me watch this again. No! I dash past Kojiro, unable to believe what is happening here. I slam the door behind me and slip into a cubicle. As soon as I sit atop the toilet's closed lid, my legs begin to shake uncontrollably and I have to lean backwards to steady myself. Eiichi Hanada is dead, killed in a traffic accident. That could mean anything, but I'm willing to bet that I caused his death. After seeing the photo of his dismembered corpse, he might have purposefully crashed his car. Or perhaps someone else rammed his vehicle intent on murdering him on behalf of Corpse Girl. Well, it wouldn't be an accident then, it would be considered like vehicular manslaughter, right? Get back, she's morbing. She could eat the floor again. I still don't know how my power works. I don't know why these victims end up dead. But the cause of death ultimately doesn't matter. What matters is that Corpse Girl is victorious once more. I find myself panting, squirming, struggling to restrain myself. Morbing, if you will. My vision fogs, my knuckles clench, and with barely a fanfare I begin to cool down all of a sudden. Just like that, the overwhelming urge to explode simply flutters away. Huh? My breathing regulates, my legs solidify and rest firmly on the ground. Yeah, see, the high probably is getting less and less from each kill. What made her this way? If I had to guess, the devs are gonna probably be like, here's this loathsome character, and then later reveal like, oh, but actually she has this really tragic backstory. It is so sad. So you see, that explains everything. That's the way she is. She probably got abused by her father, and that's why she craves control. And by control, I mean murdering anonymous strangers that she's never met. You know what I mean? I bet you they're gonna try and pull the sad backstory thing. This experience wasn't nearly as staggering as last time. Maybe because I was so confident that this victim would die, my body already prepared itself for it. Diminishing returns. Have I already become desensitized to my ability to wield death itself? I won't pretend that I'm not disappointed. That exhilarating feeling I experienced last time. The complete and utter loss of control. It was addicting. Just, you can lay on the bathroom floor if you want, Noriko, okay? It was addicting. I craved experiencing it again. Still, I need to remind myself of the most important thing. I fulfilled the request issued to Corpse Girl. That's 2 new victories in a row. 2 victories in a single week. As long as requests keep coming in, I can keep achieving my goals. I can do this. Full of confidence and feeling steady once more, I exit the cubicle and leave the bathroom. Gamer's first time. That strange man, Kojiro, is waiting for me at the end of an aisle. You good? Yeah, hey, thanks for, I really needed the bathroom. Of course, been there, gotta go when you gotta go. Look what I found. Kojiro holds up a book with a plain black cover. Noble Sinclair's latest, Dazed by the Dead. It's a ripper. Oh, what's that one about? Falling in love? Oh, fuck off. I swear, if there's necrophilia in this, I'm canceling the stream. Falling in love with the dead. Read it already last year. Time for another go. Oh, here. Strange Flower by Noble Sinclair. Kojiro hands another book to me, this one with a brown cover. An illustration on the front depicts a field of flowers. What's this? Sinclair's first ever published work, Strange Flower. Title's nonsense. This is the one where he puts corpses in suits, treats them to meals at fancy restaurants. Loaned it out under my name. You take it, return it before the due date. Can't risk getting fined. Oh, well, thank you. I'll be sure to read it. Sure, send me your thoughts on noise. Right, be seeing you. A brief wave of his hand and he disappears behind the closest shelves. I can't really get over how peculiar he is, but he certainly is making an effort to be friendly. I turn the heavy book over in my hands and look inside the front cover for a publication date. 2009. It's actually not that old. Definitely not as old as the fiction I normally consume. I shrug and hoist the bulky tome underneath my arm. She calls it a fucking tome. Guys, she's calling books mass-produced from the 2000s tomes. Then make for the library's exit. I feel uncommonly hungry on the way home. So much so that I decide to stop by a restaurant and get some dinner. I wonder if killing stirs my appetite. I often pass this establishment when I exit the train station in Akihabara. It's an old venue that serves traditional Japanese food as well as popular Western dishes. Pizza time! To say that I've always been curious about eating here would be accurate. I've been working hard lately, achieving my goals. I can afford to treat myself to a cooked meal, right? Why do I find it so hard to justify that? I'm even going to eat at a booth tonight, another rarity for me. A waitress guides me to an empty booth and I slide in before looking at the menu. The house specialty, according to the menu in my hands, is a grilled eel. Oh, isn't that called like uni or umi or something? Not exactly my favorite. It's Adachi's favorite. In fact, seafood of any variety doesn't sit well in my stomach. Yeah, I wish I could enjoy seafood, but the texture's just usually really weird. Alexa, play Pizza Time Spider-Man 2 PS2 theme. Wait. Never mind. Alexa off. Alexa off. Alexa off. Stop. No. I forgot I have one of those. Hopefully I'm not the only one that suffered just now. Unagi, that's it. Good one, Mori. Wow. I decide to pass on the specials and order something I know I can digest. Come on, I got somebody with that, didn't I? Alexa can't be silenced. Omu rice. Oh, fucking omu rice. I've always wanted to make that. I mean, I made some really good omelets lately. I think I could try. Omu rice sounds good. I used to eat a lot as a kid. Omelette, rice, and ketchup. What's not to like? Plus, it's only 700 yen before tax. The waitress returns to take my order, and I confidently point out what I'd like. She offers me a smile and hurries off to the next table. Perhaps my recent victory streak has given my courage a boost, because I hardly feel awkward or anxious sitting here, surrounded by people eating and drinking on all sides. Yeah, she suddenly got a very elevated sense of self. I'm somewhat calm and at ease amidst the hustle and bustle of the restaurant. I almost feel like it might be nice to have company. A friend, perhaps Aoi, or even Shinya might be nice to talk to and spend time with. Imagine if the girl you like is like, yeah, and maybe even him. Oh well, in a way, I do have some company. I retrieve a book from my handbag, the very same book Kojiro lent to me, and I open it up to the first chapter. Strange Flower, an odd, apparently meaningless title. Still, it comes highly recommended by an eccentric stranger, so it must be good. My meal arrives when I'm a few pages into the book. I thank the waitress and look at the omu rice before me. It smells good. It's presented beautifully. I can probably eat at least a quarter of this portion without feeling ill. Wow, a whole portion of an omelet with rice. Gee, Noriko, you spoil yourself. Let's see. She tells you not to worry about. She didn't call it a tome. That's character development. Did she not call it a tome this time? Let me see. She fucking called it a book this time! Okay, I'd like to believe it's because she's becoming less pretentious, but no, that's just inconsistent writing, which really makes me wonder if the whole tome thing, and I run my fingers through my raven locks, is like a localization, like a flavoring. Ah. Are you winning, daughter? I pick up a spoon and slice through the middle of the omu rice, causing a puff of steam to billow up. Throwing caution to the wind, I scoop up a good amount and bring it to my mouth. You're just gonna burn yourself. It's delicious, there's no other word to describe it. The convenience store meals I normally eat can't even compare to something like this. The egg is soft, the rice is fluffy, and there's just enough ketchup along the top. I take a second mouthful, then a third. I can't help but giggle a little at the thought of myself sitting here eating like a normal person. I know, right? So freaking vanilla. She's not like the other girls. I hate that she always uses the term giggle for herself. Like, normally you're like, I can't help but laugh at myself or whatever, but nobody says I can't help but giggle. Not unless you're like 8. Chunibyo. I just saw that word in Fate Grand Order. What does that mean? Isn't that like cringe or something? Fucking Osaka Behime or whatever used that word. Her inner monologue is normies re. All the people around me probably think I'm a normal person too. Just a girl sitting at a restaurant eating her dinner. Another quiet giggle escapes my lips and I gently dab my mouth with a napkin. I set my spoon to the side and return to the book in front of me. The author of this work certainly is interesting. Cringy B.O., I figured. Noble Sinclair, according to the bio inside the front cover, he moved to Japan from overseas at a young age. I bet you he's German. The book was written originally in Japanese. It's not a translation, but even so, the writing style is quite unusual. I can't quite put my finger on what is strange about it. Maybe it's the lack of complex kanji used throughout. Everything is written rather simply in hiragana, almost like the intended audience is elementary school kids. Ah, a giggle, a goof, a gaff even. Why the maniac extensive description of how she eats? It's like the Death Note chips eating, but without the context. Yeah. But that can't be right. The themes contained within are truly disturbing. Maybe the author just doesn't have the greatest comprehension of writing in Japanese. Yeah, he might be a filthy gaijin. It's true that a lot of adults have trouble with complex kanji. Professional authors, though, not so much. Anyway, it's not like it matters too much. The book is interesting enough to keep me turning pages. It's 8th grade syndrome. It's, in short, a delusion of grandeur along the lines of being a protagonist in an isekai anime, but it's a real mental illness in Japan. Really? That's what that word means. Oh my gosh. All right, hang on. Wait. Let me click outside while if I scroll, it actually changes it. Okay, so chunibio or whatever. 8th grade syndrome. Oh, like chuni or something. That's a number, isn't it? Like a grade or something. Weird. A delusion of grandeur along the lines of being so everyone thinks they're like the center of the world and they're the hero and they're gonna do the thing. Oh my gosh. That Noriko book review. She's gonna be like, did not more, but 1 out of 10. I must be completely absorbed in reading because before I know it, a waitress is politely letting me know that the restaurant is closing soon. I nod and look at the plate of omurice in front of me. The meal has gone cold, and I only ate 3 bites. Noriko, for fuck's sake. It's also so weird that she's drawn to be a completely normal proportioned girl. Like, no different than Aoi, no different than Emi, no different than Tomoe. And yet she apparently only eats like 3 bites of food a day. That she'd be looking a little bit more Eugenia-ish, if you know what I mean, I think. Like, they need to draw some gaunt lines on her teeth. The meal has gone cold and I only ate 3 bites. Still, I'm feeling full now and I really enjoyed what I did eat. I don't even feel any added weight on my hips as I get to my feet. That's definitely a positive thing. I stretch my arms and legs, put my book in my bag, and offer the waitress some money along with the bill. Does she not know how, like, conversion of energy from food works? She's such a fucking idiot, but she thinks she's so smart. What the fuck, no wasting food? Yeah, she didn't even, like, take it home. She complains all the time about having not enough food to eat, and that's why she doesn't do it, and then she, like, wastes that food. A blast of frigid night air nearly sweeps me off my feet when I step out of the restaurant. If I'd known the weather was going to take a turn for the worst, I would have brought my scarf and jacket. It's the end of spring, so unpredictable cold weather is pretty rare. I guess I can't be blamed for not bundling up. Anyway, it's not raining, and I'm close to home, so it shouldn't be a problem. I head down the street and watch a few shop owners closing their stores for the night. They don't pay me any mind as I wander by. My phone bursts to life and rings out in the quiet night air. I grab it and press it close to my ear for warmth. Hello? Aoi? Noriko! Hello! Is this a bad time? No, I'm just walking home. You're out this time of night? That's not like you. I stopped somewhere to eat. What's up? You stopped to eat? Noriko, eating isn't like you. You only had 3 bites, right? You know what that'll do to your hips. Say, about the new job. What is it? I spoke to the manager at the maid cafe, but he said I can't quit. Well, I mean, I think that's considered slavery, Aoi. You need to call the police. He said that? Well, it's not up to him. You have every right to quit. Did you tell him you've landed a new job? Yes, I told him, but he said he spent so much time and money training me that if I quit now, he'll treat it as stealing from the company and he'll call the police. Well, unless he has a fucking contract that you signed saying you're not allowed to quit, then I think pretty much you could probably press charges and say he tried to coerce you to stay even though you told him you had to leave. I mean, this is just ridiculous. This world, I can't suspend my disbelief. Like, that doesn't hold any ground. I know, Aoi has to be either the dumbest fucking person in the world, or the writing is so bad that they think we'll just swallow that. He'll treat it as stealing from the company and call the police. What a load of crap. Hang on, are you at the cafe now? Yes, I just finished my shift. We're closing up. I'll be right there. I'm only a minute away. Anyway, I'm going to give your manager a piece of my mind. No, Noriko, you can't. Why can't she, Aoi? Either she yells at him and he fires you, or she calls the cops on him and you get to leave. Fucking Aoi. I'm starting to hate her, actually, because she is, she's not even a person at this point. Just watch me. I'll be right there. I end the call despite Aoi's objections. I can't believe how furious I am. Aoi finally has an escape route from that god-awful job, and now the manager won't let her quit? That has to be illegal. Yes, Noriko, it's illegal. Of course it is. I've never met her manager, but I can just imagine his type. A self-important, wretched, greedy pig. Thinks he's the king of the world because he runs a shady maid cafe in the back streets. So, the thing is, this would actually be... Also, the music has stopped. Can I get some music in the background? Any and all tension for this scene doesn't exist. Because, remember, they already pretty much gave away that she's not getting out of there. Otherwise, 3 weeks later, in the prologue, she wouldn't be like, yeah, I was thinking of using the... I was thinking of using the kill a person website to get rid of someone that I've been trying to get rid of, or something like that. So if she's still saying that 3 weeks later, the tension is ruined. We know it's not going to work, and magically she's going to have to stay at the maid job. You know what I mean? It seems poorly written. Maybe I can learn from this not to make my pretentious to seem so apparent. They better have a damn good excuse on why this guy is able to practice modern-day slavery on this young woman. You know what I mean? Must be one of those black companies in Japan. I think those black companies are famous for just, overworking you, right? And doing, illegal hours and stuff. But I don't think they're actually able to force you into slavery. You know what I mean? Oh, well, I won't stand for it. People like him are the ones that should be reported to Corpse Girl's website. I'd love to target victims like that. Yeah, Noriko, it's almost like you'd be a much better character if instead of killing random mothers of 1-year-olds and random fiancés, who are 22 years old, you actually went after the scum of the earth. It's almost like I'd be half rooting for you in that case. Excuses, Yakuza. Is he fucking Yakuza? And then we gotta start singing Damedane. Yeah, Damedane. I change direction and take up a running pace. The cool air against my face is kind of nice that my body is warming up a little. Thankfully, there's hardly anyone around this time of night, so I don't feel particularly embarrassed by running in public. I'm not a terribly fit person, so it isn't long before I feel out of breath. Fucking Noriko. Her spindly legs are gonna snap. Kiryu bought that maid cafe for 5 million yen. Aoi can't leave. Kiryu comes out holding a board, beats Noriko down. I come to a stop at the end of the street, heaving and clutching my chest. Phew, I'm okay, deep breaths. Gee. After taking a moment to collect myself, I start back up, walking briskly this time. I can see the maid cafe's illuminated sign ahead of me. I approach the entrance and read the neon board. Chateau de Cristal. Welcome home, master. Drinks from just 400 yen. Table charge, 500 yen per person. Open till 10 p.m. every night. I pass the sign and reach for the door handle just as somebody hurriedly throws the door open and emerges. Noriko! Aoi, told you I'd be here. I'm really glad to see you. But I'm not going to let you solve my problem. The story demands that I be in this really weird situation that makes everyone feel bad for me, but any and all possible resolutions I'm going to have to avoid, just so I can stay in this position. Aoi gives me a brief wave. She fidgets nervously and straightens the ruffle in her dress. Can I get some music, by the way? Am I crazy? There's no music. I can't believe you have to wear this ridiculous outfit. Hey, don't knock maid outfits, okay? Yeah, but the costume isn't the worst part of the job. I know. Listen, is your manager still here? Aoi hesitates and shakes her head sadly. You just missed him. There's only a few girls inside closing up. I don't believe that. Damn it. I really wanted to give him a piece of my mind. Noriko, it's fine. I can continue working here. It's not so bad. Hell no. Don't even pretend it's okay. She's the one that called us earlier in the story and says, hey, can you find me a job? This is really bad. Fucking Aoi. Did the game broke and there's no music? Yeah, what the heck? Hell no. Don't even pretend it's okay. This place is torturing you. You have that customer that always gropes you, and now your manager is controlling you? I won't stand for it, and you shouldn't either. But what can I do? There's literally 8 different things you could do here. I'm honestly stumped by the question, and all my hastiness to get here, I never even thought a plan for fucking Noriko can't think of anything. Damn it, that heartbreaking expression on her face. I just want to grab her, hug her, tell her everything's gonna be okay. So why can't I? Because you're a bitch, Noriko, and you care so much about your image that literally nothing else matters. Owie. I know you don't feel like it, but you're the strongest girl I know. Bullshit, Noriko, come on, don't just lie like that. All the shit you dealt with over the years, all the shit you're still dealing with, you're brave, whether you know it or not. My issues pale in comparison to yours, but you still get up each and every day and do your best. Despite waking up as Owie, you still get out of bed every day, and I think that's incredibly strong. What, raid? Oh my gosh, I was screaming so loud I didn't even hear it. Suns and Kansen fell. Thank you so much, raiding me with the party of 11. I warn you guys, this is pretty much my immortal in like visual novel form. You're not gonna have fun here. Just be really careful. Greetings from Sanson. The writing is terrible, the characters are terrible. It's like Death Note, except like unintelligent. I'm so sorry. You're right, she is surprisingly strong. She is surprisingly strong. I'm proud of you, and I want to make things easier for you. Come work with me at Temujin. Just leave this place behind. Forget all about it. Noriko. Can't we just tell, like, our friend Shenmue about it? Doesn't his dad is a fucking detective. That he's with the police, you know, and be like, hey, remember your old friend, you know, that used to go to school with us, and you got her that job by, like, sticking your neck out? Well, her manager says he's just not gonna let her leave, and if she tries, he's gonna call the police on her. And then, like, maybe have his dad, like, come in. Like, if you actually rub some brain cells together, there's some very simple solutions for this problem. Shinya, Shenmue, whatever. Noriko. You're my best friend. You always will be. Even if we can't be anything more than that. What does that mean? Wait a minute, Noriko, what the fuck? I'm just happy having you in my life. What is that? What did you just say? You're my best friend, even if we can't be anything more than that. Like, that implies that one of them wanted something more. What? I'd do anything for you, Owie. I hope you realize that. Of course, I know. Thank you, Noriko. Let's get out of here. It's really late. Come back to my place. Owie, get the fuck out of there. You know I can't. All my things are at home, and I need to check everything first. Otherwise, I nod calmly. I understand. I can't push her too much. Don't worry. I get it. And the thing is, I can't just run away from this place. That stalking customer, he knows where I live, and, well, if I stop showing up to work, he said he'll visit me at home. Gee, if only there was some sort of law enforcement that, you could maybe get in contact with. You know, if only you had some sort of, recording device that you could record the manager threatening this, and then if the guy, the customer shows up at your house, if only you could record him doing that as harassment. Again, you're friends with a guy that has a cop for a father. That stalking customer? Oh yeah, he knows where I live. He'll visit me. Why don't we go to the police? Okay, let's see what the excuse is. No, I don't want to make trouble. I can't do that. Why not? Without warning, Owie bursts into tears just as rain begins to spill from the clouds. I can't get him in trouble. I just can't. He's... Owie? What? What is he? He's family. What the fuck? Okay, so basically what she's saying is she doesn't have a good excuse. A gust of wind blows down the narrow street, causing my hair to whip wildly in my face. I brush it out of my eyes and mouth, only to see Owie standing still, her head down. The stalker? He's family? I could never bring myself to tell you, but surely you must have wondered why I've put up with it so long. I think it's just because you're an absolute doormat of a person, Owie. Anyone does anything bad to you, you complain to me, but when solutions come up, you're like, no, I don't think so. Fucking, I hate her, forget it, I hate her. I hate everyone except for Shenmue at this point. It's just so tiresome. I don't know what to say, I'm stunned. You're putting up with it because you don't want him arrested. Yes, if he goes, well, he'd just get a warning, I think. Yeah, well, if he gets a warning, he's not coming back, Yes, if he goes to prison, the rest of my family will disown me. Then I'll truly have no one. You have me. That's worse, Noriko. That's worse. You know what I mean. You don't count, Noriko. I'm just going to go home for tonight. Thanks for coming out to see me, Noriko. Aoi turns on her heel and strolls away, the click-clack of her shoes against the wet pavement echoing through the street. Well, this sounds like a job for the son of a detective who likes to think of himself as an intellectual. He'll probably have some ideas. As somehow an even larger... Yeah, exactly. Some bullshit reason. So, we can't solve the problem with the manager because, manager gone. We can't solve the problem with the stalker because stalker family. Like, there's... Come on. Aoi... She doesn't hear me breathe her name as she disappears into the darkness. That poor girl. There has to be something I can do. Look, she's gonna have to help herself, okay? And if she doesn't help herself, nobody else can because she won't let them. Oh my god, it is the first choice. After 5 hours, we have the first choice. Okay, guys, this is monumental. I have never seen this before in this game. Okay, guys, you know what, I'm torn. On one hand, I really fucking hate Aoi at this point. On the other hand, I don't know. Like, because the problem with Aoi is that hanging out with her, I'm gonna make a poll. Hanging out with her is excruciating because she basically, like, is like, I have these problems, and you're like, okay, well, here's one solution. No. Here's a second solution. No. Here's a third solution. No. Okay, I give up on you. Goodbye. You know what I mean? Go after the freaking... I can't call her that. Go after Aoi. There. You guys can be the decider. I'll talk for like another 10 seconds. Stop the presses. I know, right? Nice rain sounds, though. Ezra, stop saying things you don't mean. Let's go. Let's do a terrible person's speedrun that's actually in character. Ah, time to get 50-50 poll split. Okay, looks like we've got 75% yes in the lead. Gosh, you guys like Aoi way more than I do. Go chase her. I mean, yes is fun. This will decide everything. Okay. Chase the girl, become the hero, Noriko. Another reason that I'm, not as quick to do that is because it's very clear that I think Noriko has feelings for Aoi, desires her, but Aoi doesn't seem to reciprocate, and the fact that Noriko is the biggest fucking freak, I don't want them being too close. She's better off with her freaky relative than Noriko at this point. If Noriko doesn't help Aoi, I'll stay with the Yakuza and sing Baka Mitai. What if this is the first decision that means you can skip almost 4 hours of game? Ooh. I don't like Aoi, but I just want to see if redemption is even possible. I don't think there is any redemption for, like, willingly killing people again and again. Okay, the end of the poll. 75% said yes. Thank you for the 44 people that voted. Alright, we're going after Aoi. I can't let her go. I can't just let her walk away, as sad and helpless as she is. My legs lurch forward of their own volition, propelling my body through the rain-soaked street. Aoi! Aoi, come back! This is like that scene in Megamind. Yeah, her name is Aoi. Literally, her entire name and existence is suffering. My shout echoes in the night, my weightless words falling through the air like the very rain that patters against my face. Aoi's silhouette is just out of reach. If only my weak body could pick up its pace, I might be able to reach her before she fades away. Stop. Jesus Christ, Aoi! What the fuck? That's terrifying. Why did she turn purple? Well, okay, so now suddenly she has boundaries. Okay. Her unexpected command fulfills its purpose. I halt, my shoes skidding along the wet ground. Aoi... She's turning into Aoi, no! Aoi is closer than I expected her to be, perhaps due to some trick of the light and rain. She simply seemed farther away to my tired eyes. Aoi, please, let me help you. There's nothing to be done. Why can't you take a hint? I want to suffer, Noriko. All these problems, I love them. I love complaining about problems and not allowing anyone to help me. I told you she was fucking awful. You just never give up, do you? You just want to smother me. Okay, Owie. I mean, we've only spoken on the phone like 3 times in the last 2 weeks. I think you need to fucking chill. You don't trust me to handle things on my own. That's because you don't handle things on your own. You just roll over and say, I can't do anything about it. Like, what the fuck? That's not it. I just care for you so much. No, it isn't. I know that. You think I haven't made that clear in the past? Rarely have I ever seen Owie this angry. She's well past the point of simply being upset now. She's truly furious. She asked for help first. I know, bitch! You called me and asked for help. And now when I try to help you, you're like, don't you think I can do this on my own? You haven't done anything but complain to me about it. Oh my god. Rarely have I ever seen Owie this angry. She's well past the point of simply being upset now. She's truly furious. Have I overstepped a boundary? Well, apparently the manager didn't, and her relative didn't, but you saying, no, Owie, come back in the rain was just a bridge too far, Noriko. Either this is poorly written or I missed something. I think it's a combination of bad writing, but also, like, she's gonna have a backstory where it turns out she was, like, molested every day, and that's why she's, like, super scary on the inside. It's like, that's, like, the #1 cheap moves for writers to pull when they want a character to act like not a person at all. It's like, oh, well, abuse. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess that Noriko and Owie have had that, and that's why their characters are so fucking schizo. Have I overstepped a boundary? You're not my guardian angel or my savior or whatever. This is my life, Noriko. It's not your sick fantasy where you swoop in and act like my knight in shining armor. Owie, shut up. Just shut up. You always take it one step too far. Just leave me alone. I mean, I could understand her saying that if Noriko had a personality of wanting to be, like, a savior or, like, going out of her way. But Noriko has established that she is completely uninterested in helping anyone and being completely above and aloof to everything, so this doesn't even make sense. Hi, I'm calling you about my problems. Will you do anything about it? No, stop. You need help. How dare you? Yeah, exactly. Oh boy, I can't get another word in before she vanishes into the night. Okay, well, I think it's time to lose her number, okay? All she does is come crying to you when things are bad, and then when you try to help, she attacks you. I reach a hand out into the darkness like some foolish attempt to stop her, but I know it's pointless. She made her thoughts perfectly clear. She doesn't need or want my help. Even if she cares for me, she doesn't love me in the same way I love her. See, there it is. See, the only reason another thing is that Noriko's not a good person. There's no redemption here. She only tried to do this because she desires, Owie. She wouldn't do this for anyone else, like, that she's friends with. Even if she cares for me, she doesn't love me the way I love her, and I don't think she ever will. I sigh and look up at the thick... Okay, so that would actually lend a little bit more of a credence to Owie giving us a hard no. I'm wondering if Noriko tried to put the moves on her, like, prior, and she had to set down hard boundaries, otherwise Noriko just wouldn't listen. Damedane moment, yeah. I sigh and look up at the thick cloak of clouds above. The rain continues to fall. May 31st, Sunday afternoon. Yeah, at this point I'm just waiting for the detective boy to be completely ruined. I bet you he does a heel turn and he's actually, like, a terrible person too. Today drags on and on. Since I don't work weekends, I never really know what to do with myself during my free time. The library yesterday was nice, but I don't want to hang out there again today. Kojima might be there. So far I've spent the day simply reading at home and brewing the occasional cup of tea to stave off my hunger. If only you had that omu rice rather than just, like, throwing it away. No, it's worse. Noriko got her a job. She says her manager is low-key forcing her to stay. Noriko comes in to help because it could look bad on her job, so she's in the wrong. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I keep checking my phone, but Owie hasn't replied to any of my text. Dude, you're texting her? Take the hint. Even when I call, she lets it go to voicemail. I don't even have any new requests to attend to. I was hoping I would get at least one this weekend to help occupy my time. To take a break from reading Strange Flower, I decide to browse through noise and see what's happening in my social circle. Though I'm not close to any of the people I connected to, save for Owie, reading through their posts always lifts my mood. Rather annoyingly, the first post I come across is from Tomoe. Tomomo. 9 minutes ago. Bitches be trippin' if they think... Bitches be trippin' if they think they gonna steal my man. She actually types like this. This isn't even an accent. We thick as thieves. He getting lucky tonight. Ew, 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 ew. The garbled post is accompanied by a photo of her and Shinya getting cozy together. Shinya looks more than a little nervous. I would be willing to bet that Tomoe is the first girl he's ever snuggled like this. Yuck. I can't quite figure out why she's so interested in him, or why he's into her for that matter. They're both just using her. They're both using each other. I'm pretty sure, like someone pointed out, Shenmue just wanted to make us jealous, and Tomoe just wanted to make us jealous and prove that she's the more desirable one. At first, I thought Tomoe was just trying to bug me, to annoy me by pursuing someone she thought I wanted, but surely this is taking it too far, right? Haven't I made it clear that I just don't care? As for Shinya, maybe that boy really is into the blow-up doll look. I guess I understand him less than I originally thought. I noticed that I'd been frowning while looking at Tomoe's post, so I decided to slam my finger down on the thumbs down button. A little text box below the post. No, Noriko, you look pathetic. You look so fucking pathetic. Just jeez. Oh, man. Also, the fact now that Shenmue and us are friends on Noise means he's probably gonna get an alert that happened. A little text box below the post now reads, Noriko Kurosawa disliked this. My frown breaks and I smirk. It feels somewhat satisfying to publicly dislike Tomoe's post. No, you just look pathetic. You look like a jealous ex. I can't imagine Tomoe's face going tomato red when she reads the notification. With a little giggle, I scroll past the post and keep browsing my feed. As expected, it doesn't take long to find a post from Shinya himself. It's out of character for him, but he's actually not posting about criminal cases and detective work for once. Shinya with a capital S. Fujikawa. What? What do you mean Shinya with a capital S? Duh! Fujikawa, 13 hours ago. Help, I'm being held hostage in Tomoe's basement. She won't let me leave. I never believed in love until I met her. Let's face it, I think it's very clear that he's not talking about Tomoe. And it's also, it's actually even worse, because if he's not talking about Tomoe and he's talking about Noriko, he's actually just like hardcore thirst posting about a girl who does not care about him. Bro, it's not love if she doesn't love you back. It's just unrequited. It's a crush, okay? She swept me off my feet and showed me how to become a better man. She makes me want to be the best person I can be. My heart goes out to my darling Tomoe. 2 days together and counting. Okay, well, he's already counting the days. Alright, okay, see, so if he's actually saying this about his current girlfriend, that's fine. I look forward to every day because of you. Thank you. I involuntarily gag and continue scrolling. What's the matter? What's the matter, Noriko? I thought you had like a really sexual voyeuristic tendency to spy into people's personal lives. Nothing else in my newsfeed really compares to those last posts. My sister wrote something about her sucky job. We know who that is. And a few coworkers posted about how grief-stricken they were about Akane Tsuramaki's passing away recently. Akane Tsurumaki, followed closely by Eiichi Hanada, and long before them both, Ruri Hatano, the one who started it all. 3 strangers, 3 people dead, all because of Corpse Girl. People wanted them dead, and because of that, I also wanted them dead. I won't forget their names. When Corpse Girl rises above the muck and filth in this world and becomes truly famous, I'll share a toast to their memories. Until then, I need to trudge forward. I need new targets, new victims to launch Corpse Girl's name into the stars. If Corpse Girl's website becomes more than an urban legend, more than a rumor whispered of in the shadows, then no. I need to take it slow. I can't get too far ahead of myself. I still need to put in a lot of work before I can attain my goal. But the only way I can move forward is if more requests come through the website. There has to be a way to promote the site. Flashy advertising is out of the question. I don't want the site looking like a gimmick people can simply visit to pass the time. I need word of mouth, testimonials. Nobody is going to be like, hey, you should visit this website to kill people. It sure did take care of my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend that I didn't like. Idiot. If you want more requests, then make it look gimmicky, so that everybody puts their friends into it, and then next thing you know, you have a bunch of requests. Is there anyone that's at least half decent in this game? Almost everyone seems like a freak at this point. Kojima seems like a harmless weirdo. Shinyu or whatever sounds like a harmless weirdo. That's about it. Emmy was deeply flawed. Like, she wasn't a good person because I think killing someone that framed you and ruined your life is a little far. But that's the thing, like, I'm okay that she's got a major flaw. And I'm also giving her a lot of leeway because I don't think anyone actually expects the website to actually come through true. You know, she probably just expected it to be a venting thing, you know? So, yeah. But otherwise, everyone's crap. Absolutely everyone. Yes, that would be perfect, but I obviously can't get in touch with them now. They remain anonymous when they request a death. No one would willingly put in their contact details when doing something so shady anyway. Yeah, it's almost like you just shouldn't go that route. I sigh and scratch my head. Thinking about it like this won't do me any good. Maybe I should come back to it later. I reach for my laptop sitting on the couch next to me. Maybe I'll take just one more look at the new requests. Four new requests. You never know, right? Emmy was a saint. I log into the administration panel of Corpse Girl's website and check for notifications. One new request. Request details. Today, 3:31 p.m. Local time. Victim's phone. Downloading message attachment. It's a picture of dick butt. Wait, 3:31 p.m.? This was submitted just a few minutes ago. Hang on, I need a water break. So Noriko purposely targeted Emmy because her sister's photo was sent. Either that, or she alerted her sister, who then submitted what's-her-face's name and photo and all that. What are the chances I would check the incoming request so soon after receiving a new one? Because you have no life and you literally spend every hour checking it. My heart begins to race as the attached photo downloads to my computer. I'm excited about the prospect of working on a new request for the rest of the evening. Who will be the poor sucker to succumb to Corpse Girl's whims? Will another beautiful corpse be left in my wake? Oh, fuck! Get fucked, Noriko! You fucking... It was Tomoe! Because we thumbed down her fucking, status post. It was Tomoe! Morbed. Absolutely morbed. Oh. I mean, we don't actually know if she's alive 3 weeks later when Emmy dies. Like, what if she actually does, like, kill herself and then, like, she becomes an actual ghost? Okay, now it's getting interesting. Thank you. My heart skips a beat and my hands instantly turn cold. What the hell? A photo of myself appears on the screen. It's the very same image I used for my company ID tag. I'm not smiling in the photo or in real life. Yeah, see how it feels, Noriko? See how it feels? How about you just jump out your own window for a change, okay? Is this some kind of joke? Somebody has requested my death. Somebody has requested my death. Somebody wants me dead? Gee, I wonder who it could be. Great, another wonderful face from Noriko, everybody. Woo, she deserves it. This is exactly because we just thumbed down Tomoe's post. I can't believe it. It finally happened. I know exactly who requested my death. Tomoe. Watch it have been Aoi. Watch this be completely out of left field, and Aoi is like a closet psycho. Like, this could be a clear red herring. Blonde herring. Tomoe. That stupid, vapid bitch. Tomoe Watanabe. The one person who hates me more than I hate myself. Of course she is the one who uploaded my photo. Of course she wants Corpse Girl to take care of me. She's been looking for somebody to test that website on. Her noise post from the start of the week confirms that. And she has been getting increasingly obsessed with tormenting me lately. I'm willing to bet that when I disliked her latest post, it finally triggered her to request my death. Tomoe, you brainless whore. I am Corpse Girl. In a fit of well, what, aren't you gonna, on your honor, do your own photo? Or are you too scared, Noriko? In a fit of manic laughter, I set to work dismembering my photo. I'm going to make my corpse look so realistic. Okay, she is. Kudos for that. Look so realistic that she'll think she really succeeded in getting me killed, and then don't show up to work for like a couple days. What have I walked into? Don't worry about it, man. Just walk back out. Trust me, you don't want to be here for this. And then when her guard is down... What, are you gonna submit her name? Monday, June 1st. Shoot, okay, so, Emmy's thing was on, like, June 13th, I think, so we're just about, like, 1 to 2 weeks away. Shinya. No sign of Sato yet. I wonder if she got held up. It's not exactly professional to be late on your first day of work. Oh, we are at work. Okay, never mind. It's Aoi he's talking about. Wait, did we not fucking tell Shinya that Aoi cannot come because she is currently engaged in, like, slavery? I grind my teeth and hope that Shinya can't sense my anxiety. She'll be here. I don't believe the bitter— Why would you lead— You know it looks worse for you, Shinya, and Sato? I don't believe the bitter words that tumble out of my mouth. I send another message to Aoi's seemingly abandoned phone, not really expecting a reply. Actually, she's not the only one absent. Tomoe isn't here either. He doesn't need to tell me that. I've been watching her desk like a hawk ever since I came in this morning. There's a small surprise waiting for her in her top desk drawer, courtesy of yours truly. I've been eagerly anticipating her arrival for an hour now. We had a late night last night, so I wonder if she woke up on time. Ew, Shinya, don't fucking say that to me. Gross. I taste something foul in my mouth. I don't really need Shinya's recap of his night with Tomoe. Don't you have work to do? Ah, of course, I need to. His vocalized thoughts trail off as he wanders away. I return my focus to the keyboard in front of me. As I type, letters scrawl across my screen, seemingly slower than usual. No Aoi, no Tomoe. The static drone of the office environment is just as loud as ever, but without those two here, something feels off. Aoi shouldn't be missing her first day of work. And say what you want— Well, what do you mean she shouldn't be missing her first day of work? She said that she can't do the job. You know what I mean? So, this isn't a surprise. She already told you she wasn't coming. And say what you want about Tomoe. At the very least, she's punctual. For her to be this late is very unusual. Oh, okay, so this is a new character, Kotomi. Kurosawa, a word, if you please. A soft but sharp voice snaps me out of my thoughts. I look up to find a middle-aged— She doesn't look middle-aged to me. A woman standing over me, one hand beckoning in an intimidating fashion. Kotomi Ida, or Ida, probably Ida, an executive who oversees a lot of the juniors on this floor. I deal with her a few times a week. She's a serious and critical person, but I've seen a warmer side of her when she chats with colleagues of her own level. Miss Ida, do you need something? Please, come with me. I reluctantly rise from my chair and follow her through the office. She leads me to one of the glass-screened cubicles that line one wall of the office, special spaces reserved for meetings and temporary workstations. Take a seat. Take a seat, Noriko. Does the game ever explain how she knows who to send the edited photo to? Yeah, it said that several times. In order to submit somebody to the website, you need to provide a picture of the person as well as their phone number. So that's that. She sends them the photos by the phone number that the other person provided. Take a seat. I follow her instructions, sitting down on one of the bright and colorful plastic chairs that filled the small enclosure. A new employee was supposed to start work today. Sato, an acquaintance of yours if I'm not mistaken. That's right, I've been trying to get in contact with her. I see. You understand that it doesn't reflect well on Sato's character if she can't arrive on time for her first day of work, correct? Look, just tell her the manager isn't letting her leave, okay? She's not gonna do anything about it. She's not gonna want to get mixed up into it. She's too much of a higher-up, and she'll probably take that excuse. Oh, Mystery Fluff says we've got a Discord Among Us game next Saturday at 7 CST. Check the gaming channel for more info. Yeah, and we're also going to be doing a little bit of a kind of a party observation duty game as well. The new model's looking really good. Thanks, Lauren. Yeah, I spent way too much time on it. Yes, I understand. Believe me, it's very out of the ordinary for her to do something like this. I'm sure. Fujikawa recommended Sato for the job based on your personal request. You need to be aware that since Fujikawa holds rank over you, he is the one who will be reprimanded for hiring an unsuitable employee. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say he will be punished. Rather, his recommendations will be denied for the foreseeable future, and any attempt he makes to climb the ladder, so to speak, will be vehemently refused by the other executives. Isn't that a little bit extreme? All of that because of one temp employee that didn't show up for work? That's the way these things go. I've seen it dozens of times. The reason I'm telling you this is because you should feel some sort of responsibility to apologize to Fujikawa. I had no idea, honestly. Enough, this isn't an open discussion. Apologize to Fujikawa and see if he will find it in his heart to forgive you. And please, advise him to seek employment elsewhere. I don't foresee his career with us flourishing anytime soon. Jesus Christ! This whole world is filled with people who deserve to be in the Corpse Girl website. That's all. Man, Japan is one fucked up place. Hitomi abruptly exits the cubicle and leaves me alone, sitting in a stupid-looking green plastic chair. I take some time to compose my thoughts before also walking out. I don't know what to say to Shinya. I don't even know if I should say anything. Surely Hitomi is being a bit extreme in effectively halting Shinya's career at Temujin. This is all because I recommended Aoi for the job. I feel like an idiot, but how was I to know that Aoi would prove unreliable? Well, maybe because she's a fucking wet blanket of a human being? I wouldn't trust her with anything. And still, it's far too extreme. Kotomi is out of line. Something else is at play here, I can feel it. Maybe Kotomi wants Shinya gone for her own reasons, but I can't imagine why. He's a junior employee and not exactly the type to step on anyone's toes and make enemies. Maybe it's because he's related to a police officer. I thought I would find cute anime girls, but it was just sadness. I know, right? Noriko doesn't know her own best friend. Yeah, Noriko doesn't really pay attention to other people much. I return to my desk in a bit of a huff and slump in my swivel chair. My eyes fall on the empty can of coffee next to my computer screen, and I begin to wish I'd purchased more than one this morning. Glancing over the top of my screen, I can see that Tomoe still hasn't arrived. Maybe I'll have to wait until tomorrow for her to find the gift I left for her. I'm sure she'll love it. I don't enjoy my walk home through the park this evening as much as I normally do. So here's another thing. Noriko is essentially just about to blow her cover. Like, she goes to really great lengths to disguise the fact that she runs the Corpse Girl website and stuff. The thing she left in Tomoe's desk is either a photo of Noriko's corpse or a photo of Tomoe's own corpse. Either one of those things, there's only one culprit that could have left those, and that's Noriko, meaning she's about to tie herself to not only like a piece of actual physical evidence inside Tomoe's desk, and then also possibly attach herself to the Corpse Girl website, you know. There are too many things weighing on my mind. Aoi, Tomoe, Shinya, and Kotomi. Why is it that I'm increasingly finding myself drawn into office drama? Well, you're kind of the one that started this. Aoi went to you for help, and then you went to What's-His-Face for help, right? And that's pretty much how it all started. I don't want to deal with any of it. I just want to pursue my own goals, working at the office as a means to an end, a way to keep a roof over my head and have the money to achieve Corpse Girl's ambitions. Guys, she only has a job to fund her serial killer efforts. If I could quit, I would, but I can't, not just yet. I wonder if I could monetize Corpse Girl's services. Users could pay a fee to request a death, or I could even just accept donations. Well, that would be traceable. But I get the sinking feeling that asking for money will reduce the amount of requests I get. The number of requests coming in is already depressingly low. If I reduce it any further, I'll be in trouble. As I draw closer to my apartment building, my phone cries out for attention. I bring it to my ear with a swift hand. Aoi? Noriko. What's the deal? I've been trying to get in touch with you all day. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't bring myself to come into the office. Yeah, well, I gathered that. Tell me why. You know, just the stuff I normally have to deal with. For real? What are we talking about here? Stalkers or your own battles? I left the apartment twice, I really did. But I had to go back inside each time because I didn't feel right. I had to check on a few things, and then check again, and then, in the end, I gave up and laid in bed. I must have fallen asleep, because when I looked at the time, it was already late. I sigh angrily and hope that Aoi doesn't hear me. Alright, sounds like you had a rough day. I'm sorry, but the situation isn't great. I'm just gonna be honest with you, okay? I don't think they'll be happy with you if you come in tomorrow. If I were you, I'd write a polite letter of resignation and just forget about the job. Shinya's been kind of thrown under the bus because of this. Shinya? Why? I'm not too sure myself. Since he got you the job, I suppose he was somewhat responsible for you. But because you didn't come in, it sounds like his career's in real jeopardy. Oh God, oh no. Take a breath. You didn't know something like this would happen. I didn't either. Well, no, it's actually kind of to be assumed. If somebody puts in a good word for you and gets you a job where you don't even have to interview, and then you spit in the company's face by not actually attending, that's going to look bad on them. Anyone with half a brain can see this. I think this one exec has it out for him or something because it's too much of an overreaction. I can't believe it. I never wanted him to lose his job. I know, you didn't mean for this to happen. Look, I'll try and smooth things out a little. I'll talk to Shinya tomorrow. You need to look after yourself right now, okay? Promise me you'll just take it easy tonight and relax. Okay. Forget this ever happened. Noriko will look after everything. Thank you, Noriko. Okay, get some rest. Talk to you soon, Aoi. Bye-bye. Oh, wait, I think I hit the button twice. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. I end the call with a heavy heart. I don't actually have any idea what to do. When it comes to Aoi, I always feel obligated to just tell her anything that will help her feel better. If I could actually follow through with my words and genuinely make things better for her, then, well, maybe we'd have a bit of a different relationship than we did now. Lady, she is not gonna fuck you because you do nice things for her, okay? She's just not into you. But I probably missed my opportunity for that a long time ago. And see, this is another clue that Noriko is just not a good person. Her thought of helping Aoi always leads to, well, maybe if I help Aoi, she'll want to date me. Not, oh no, Aoi's having a hard time and Shenmue's in real trouble. It's, well, maybe if I could do that, or something like that. It all comes down to what she wants from people. In senior high school, I was never really truly understanding of her, and that cost me too much. Things are different now, of course. I've seen what she goes through, and I'd like to think I understand her a lot more. That, well, it seems like all of her problems are pretty much self-inflicted. My feelings for her are true and not muddled in sympathy or pity. If this was a different life and I hadn't made all those stupid mistakes, I would be happy to be with her. But now the best I can hope for is that she wants to remain friends with me, and that will have to be enough to satisfy me. Tomoe. Yo. That voice. Quick, she's gonna drag you into the forest and beat you again, Noriko. A trickle of icy sweat drips down my spine. In the near distance, sitting on the bench close to the park's exit, is an easily recognizable figure. Oh, she just gets worse and worse. Come here. I freeze in my tracks. My body wants to keep walking, to reach the familiar safety of my home, but my brain is engaging its flight or fight mode. Torn between my options, I find myself completely stationary. Come on, I won't hurt ya. Tomoe. There's no doubt in my mind that she's been waiting for me here all afternoon. She knows my route home. That's obvious since I last encountered her and Shinya in this very same park. I can't help but tense up as she leaps off the bench and approaches me. You're into weird shit, right? Like occult stuff? Maybe. Is that what you came here to ask me? Nah, just listen, Kay. I keep bouncing back between two different voices for her. Nah, just listen, Kay. I wanted the opinion of someone freakier than me. She really knows how to flatter a girl. It's kind of dumb, but have you heard of that Corpse Girl website thing? Who does she think she's talking to? More importantly, how should I respond? I've heard rumors. Yeah, right? I heard rumors too, so I checked it out. I thought the whole thing was really funny. Like, could it be for real? Anyway, maybe I kinda used it to request a death. Is that so? Tomoe has pretty much straight up admitted that she was the one who requested my death. After all, I know exactly how many requests come through the site. The latest one had to have been from her. Yeah, and, well, you know how the site works, right? Fill me in. I put your photo in as a prank, Noriko. Punked. Oh my gosh. And here's the thing. Noriko's been killing people that were submitted to the website by probably absolute shit people, right? It's the Tomoes of the world that, with a few exceptions, it's the Tomoes of the world that submit just completely innocent people. Well, not in Noriko's case, but you know what I mean. For what Tomoe knows, Noriko's innocent to that website, and that's who Noriko's been killing. So, all you do is put in a photo of a bitch and her phone number. Then she's supposed to drop dead. Simple as that. Thing is, no one knows how it works, or if it works, actually. Right, okay, so you requested somebody's death, and what happened? Well, this is it. This is where she admits that she uploaded my photo. What if the twist is that she's gonna say she put in the executive's photo? I've caught her red-handed. You see, The dumb bitch went and died. I fucking knew it. I blinked a few times. I'm positive I didn't hear that right. What did you say? The chick whose photo I uploaded. Then who submitted our photo? The chick whose photo I uploaded. She's deader than a doorknob. Who is Tomoe referring to? My mind is racing frantically, scanning through the list of Corpse Girl's victims over the last few months. Dude, it's the one that happened like 3 days ago. You know, the executive of the place you both work? The only people who have died recently are Akane Tsurumaki and Ichi Hanada. Tomoe's talking about a female, so that rules out Ichi. Then there's Rui Hatan. Fucking idiot, Noriko! She means your boss! Are you kidding me? Does she actually have to go through this? Fuck it, I'm gonna skip it. I'm not even gonna read this, because this is just garbage. It was way too long ago for her to be bringing it up now. That leads me to believe that the only person Tomoe could be talking about is Akane Tsurumaki. Or has somebody else died? Somebody I never found out about? That's impossible. I've been thorough in searching for the results of my work. The only victim that Tomoe could be talking about is Akane. But wait, no, that can't be right. Tomoe requested my death. Somebody, Tomoe, uploaded my photo to Corpse Girl's website just recently. Oh, well, you better get that photo out of Tomoe's desk, Noriko. I take a deep breath, swallow hard, and open my mouth. Tomoe, what you're saying is really serious. Are you sure this person died? Yep, no doubt. That's why I wanted to talk to you about it. If you're good with this occult junk, do you think she died from a website? Do you reckon my request really killed her? Because I don't really want this kind of shit on my conscience, you know? I don't know if I should be making her have like a more of a serious accent for this. Let me see how the voice actress voices grief while playing Tomoe. I don't know what to say. Alright, let's see.
Come on. I was only really joking around with the website. Didn't think for a second that it could really work.
Okay, she's not really showing any kind of grief or remorse at all. I was like, maybe I should soften that nasty voice of hers. And it's like, no, she talks about that way anyway. Okay. Alright. Make her peak, Valley Girl. Come on, oh wait, she already read this. And there's no point trying to compete. But now this bitch is cold in the ground, and I can't sleep at night. Keeping Shinya close is the only thing making me calm lately. Tomoe seems to be showing a little remorse. I'm not getting any, which I didn't think she had in her. If she thought the website was a joke, then fair enough. It's only natural that she'd want to play around with it. Okay, well, now is the point to say, well, have you submitted any other names to the website? To see if she tells the truth here, because she doesn't know that you know, so... Then again, I'm kind of offended that she figured the whole thing was fake. Corpse Girl has worked too damn hard to be considered a joke. But I want to get to the bottom of this. I need to find out whose death Tomoe requested. And more importantly, the question of who requested my own death remains unanswered. Tomoe, what's the name of the person you requested to die? Her name? Oh yeah, you might know her. It was that skank from our office, Akane Tsurumaki. Akane Tsurumaki. Sure enough, she's well and truly dead. Tomoe isn't wrong in believing that the website had killed Akane. Tomoe once posted on Noise about wanting to try the website, and she was waiting to find someone to try it on. If I recall correctly, the request for Akane's death came through Corpse Girl's website shortly after I read that post. Perhaps Tomoe made the request on the very same day. So then, Tomoe was the one responsible. Voice acting's not that bad for my taste. Yeah, actually, it's all pretty good. I don't like Noriko's voice that much. It just sounds a bit like too fakely high-pitched. But otherwise, it does say all-star cast, so I'm sure every single voice actor in here is really good. It's just also this gives me something to do other than sit here in silence and then just hit the A button every time I need to proceed the dialogue while everyone else talks. Plus it's good practice because I suck at reading. I assumed the person who requested Akane's death was someone in our office, but I never figured it would be a junior data entry temp like Tomoe. How did Tomoe even know Akane? I can't see how their paths would have crossed in such a large office building. Yo, Psycho, you in there? I snap out of my thoughts and meet Tomoe's dead-eyed gaze. Your professional opinion, can a website really kill someone? I'm torn between giving two replies. I could state that I believe the website worked and therefore help increase Corpse Girl's credibility, or I could play it safe and make sure I'm not suspected of any involvement. Why would you be? She asked you if websites can kill people, and you could be like, I don't know, maybe, probably, I don't know. That wouldn't implicate you. Coward that I am, I decided to play it safe. No, absolutely not. A website can't kill someone. Yeah, I figured. I guess it's just a coincidence that she died. You reckon I'm not guilty then? I didn't really want the bitch dead anyway. I was just mucking around. Yeah, well now she has a 1-year-old that doesn't have a mother. Yeah, you're not guilty. Whew, thank God. That's a real weight off my elbows, you know? Shoulders. I sure as shit won't mess around with sites like that again, though. I'm gonna play it real straight from now on. I gotta get my life together. I got a man to look after now. Right, well, good luck with that. I need to get home. All I want right now is to get back and figure out who the hell uploaded a photo of me to the website. My mind is reeling, and I'm not in the right headspace to listen to Tomoe's drivel any longer. So, you could just have it log the IP address. You know what I mean? That's actually something a lot of websites do. Hey, for what it's worth, which ain't much, thanks. Thanks for putting my mind at ease. I know we ain't always seen eye to eye, and, well, nah, that's about it for now. For a fleeting moment, I imagined she was about to apologize for assaulting me last week. That possibly disappeared from my mind almost as soon as it had appeared. See ya tomorrow! She waves almost sheepishly and wanders back through the park in the direction that I came from. Right, time to go home. I can't relax until I know who requested my death. Well, you better make sure you dig that thing out of Tomoe's desk. If it wasn't Tomoe, then this situation could be a lot more serious than I originally thought. If it wasn't because of my petty squabbles with her, then somebody really wants me dead. Who? Gee, not a nice feeling, is it, Noriko? When somebody out there wants you dead. It's just really not a cozy feeling, is it? I can't sleep. It must be past 3 a.m. Countless hours have passed since I started trying to figure out who requested my death. I've run through every possible candidate and the potential reasons 1,000 times. I replayed every encounter I've ever had with every person I've ever met, and I'm drawing a blank. I'm a saint. I don't have any enemies whatsoever. I'm too good. I don't know who wants me dead. I'm not so vain to think that everybody likes me. I'm sure a hell of a lot of people don't like me very much at all. But does anyone not like me enough to want me dead? To nominate me for Corpse Girl to claim as her prey? The only other person I can think of is Aoi. Because that happened right after you had that big fight. So, which makes her fucking awful. I take little solace in the fact that my life isn't actually in danger. Corpse Girl's victims are only brought low by my hand. What, aren't you gonna make your own image? Though my convictions are strong and I never refuse a request, taking my own life is absolutely out of the question. This is the one and only request I will ever refuse, and it's not for the sake of my own life, but rather for the sake of Corpse Girl's continued existence. I will not let her die and be buried with me. For however, now that I've eaten of the knowledge that somebody genuinely wants me dead, I can't cure my upset stomach. No amount of mental reassurance will quell the sickness rising inside of me. The top candidates are, of course, those closest to me. I've crossed Tomoe off the list. Her relief at knowing Akane Tsurumaki's death wasn't her fault. Her relief at knowing Akane Tsurumaki's death wasn't her fault convinced me that she wouldn't make the mistake of messing with the website twice. The top and to the fact that she came to me for reassurance, well, it's safe to say that she's not the person I'm looking for. So that leaves the people I deal with on a daily basis. Aoi Sato, my best friend since junior high, and the first person I ever fell for. She rejected me gracefully during senior high, so gracefully that we still remain friends to this day. Would she want me dead? It's doubtful. She wouldn't even report her stalker, a guy who she is apparently related to the police, because she didn't want him arrested. Then there's Shinya Fujikawa, another acquaintance from school, and now my coworker. He has even gone as far as to call us friends now that we're connected on Noise. I've never been romantically interested in him, but I was under the false impression that he had feelings for me. He's a wannabe detective, but he doesn't have the competence to follow in his father's footsteps. He doesn't strike me as the type to want somebody dead, let alone to go through with requesting somebody's death. Well, he could just be acting, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, it could be anybody. Still, quiet, guarded people like him can really surprise you. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. When you take those three out of the equation, the people I deal with daily are very few. There are higher-ups and execs at work like Kotomi Ida, but our dealings are so short and simple that I'm sure I barely even register on their radar. If I extend my list of candidates to include people that I don't deal with regularly but who are technically still part of my life, then the list gets a little more interesting and harder to narrow down. Kenji and Momo Ogawa, so we've got a Kojiro and a Kenji. Great. The father and daughter living in my apartment building. They're sweet, kind, and considerate. Couldn't imagine they want to kill me unless I'm really using up too much of their internet bandwidth and they just can't take it anymore. There's my elder sister, of course, Yuriko Kurosawa. We haven't talked in over a year at least. She's scum, but probably not the type to randomly elect her own sister for death. Probably, so even Noriko knows her sister is scum. Boy, whatever parents they had, she certainly raised a couple of winners, huh? Sorry. My aunts are making you yawn, sorry. I spent a long time working on the costume, so it would be ready in time. She's on parole, so I have to believe she wouldn't do anything to jeopardize her freedom. And there's Mother, Asuna Kurosawa. She's simply not in a position to submit my details to Corpse Girl's website. My struggling brain can't think of anyone else currently in my life. I have a very small social circle, it's true. All the people that fill my noise newsfeed have either already been named on this list, or they are from such a small, long-ago part of my life that they wouldn't even remember I exist anymore. Then suddenly... Wait, hang on. I'm sorry. Yawns are infectious. Yeah, you can give them to dogs too, I think. I'm still sad we only got to see the Lemire and Peas costume only once. I could wear it again sometime. If I play any, horror games that star animals, that might be fun. And then, suddenly, and without warning, a face pops into my mind with startling clarity. That guy from the library. Kojiro, was it? Kojiro with no surname? No, he'd never do that. Because if I died and he had checked out that book under his name, he would get a massive fine from him never being able to return the book. He was bizarre, eccentric, didn't seem like the type of person that gets outside much. Kind of like me, I suppose. His eyes were so clear it was unnerving. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but I couldn't see anything of substance through his lenses. Out of everyone I've mentally listed, he seems like the person most capable of taking someone's life. That's a biased opinion based on little to no knowledge of him. It's just the impression he gives. However, I have to ask myself, why would he want me dead? Me, a person he met one time at the library. Also, how would he get a photo of you and your phone number? You know each other on Noise, but Noise isn't the same as text messaging. Sorry. In addition, the photo of me that was uploaded to my website was from Temujin's corporate system. Yeah, so it's either Aoi, because she's familiar with the website now, or it really is Tomoe playing the long game, or it's Shenmue. It's the very same picture that I wear on my ID tag. How could Kojiro have accessed it? If he was going to upload a photo of me, he would have found my Noise profile and used an image from one of my albums. There aren't too many photos of me on there, but there are enough to identify me. The guy is suspicious, but I don't think he's the one I'm looking for. Yet I can't get his face out of my mind. On a whim, I snatch up my phone from my bedside me. I think this is the first typo I've seen. On a whim, I snatch up my phone from beside me, not my beside me, and unlock the screen. The bright light shines like a beacon in the darkness and nearly blinds me, but I squint to navigate to the noise app. Kojiro, he told me his noise tag, didn't he? It was at Kojiro. If I can remember it, it'll save me the hassle of having to look through hundreds of profiles with the same name just to find him. What was it like? At Kojiro? No, too simple. At Koji something. I start to type very different variations until an auto-predicted result pops up. At Koji. Oh, okay, I wouldn't have gotten it either. That's the one. I tap the result and instantly arrive at his profile. The info in his About Me section is pretty vague, but judging by the display photo, I'm certain that this is the right guy. Koji. Just your average guy, taking my days one at a time. Yeah, so this is like a Twitter stand-in, by the way. Just taking my days one at a time. Introvert, antisocial, anti-establishment, anti-everything. Lol. I like peanut butter, though. Oof. I scroll through his feed and see he hasn't posted anything for quite some time. His most recent post is from about a year ago, and it's just an updated version of his display picture, where he has cropped out a woman's face and body so the focus is just on him. I open up a direct message and start typing. Interesting about that woman. Hey, this is Kojiro from the library. Hey, is this Kojiro from the library? It's Noriko Kurosawa. Since it's past 3 a.m., I'm not expecting a reply until I instantly receive a message in response. Hi, late night? He replied so quickly. I swallow and gather the nerve to ask him what's on my mind. Yes, I can't sleep. Have you heard of Corpse Girl's website? The screen states that he's currently typing a message, but then the notification simply disappears, and no message comes through. Is he ignoring me? Yeah, if he didn't know, he'd be like, no, never heard of it. What is it? You know, but the fact that he's taking time to type and then stop. Is he ignoring me? Then, yes. So he does know about the website. The question is, was he already familiar with it, or did he just look it up after I mentioned it? What are your thoughts? Is this real? Yes, love it. Big fan. I see, me too. Have you used it? No. Well, no, not yet. I don't hate anyone, though. It's hard to get a sense of his emotions through his replies. I can't tell if he thinks he's being sincere or not. Wait, have you used it? Tell me. Tell me details. Does it work? No, I haven't used it, but it's popular in my office. I don't know why I wrote that, or why I ended the message with a question mark. I shake my head and wait for a response. Okay, let me know if you use it. Might be work for me. Might be work for me? What does he mean by that? Work? Yes, I store cadavers, dispose of later. I don't understand. Oh, our tag is no, Rico. A hospital morgue, storage and disposal. He works in the morgue. I notice a strange smell coming off his clothes. I see, formaldehyde. Yeah, apparently that's really hard to get off your person. I noticed a strange smell on his clothes when we met, and now it makes sense. I gag a little and suppress my urge to vomit. So if somebody dies, they get sent to you, even for like suicides and murders? Yes, all sorts. Worst are crash victims, have to mix and match limbs. Have you ever received a victim of Corpse Girl's website? Impossible to know. Maybe? Who can say? Have a name? A name. Can you look up the names of bodies he's received? Why would we have a name? Oh wait, we kind of just did hint that it was popular around the office, but the only way we'd have a name is if we say somebody told us that they did it, or if we're the one doing it, or we're the one that had access to the website. Can you look up such a thing? Yes, cadavers are ID'd mostly. No victim? Should I ask? Will doing so put me under suspicion of being associated with Corpse Girl? Hello? I can look now, hard at work. I start to nervously bite my fingernails. I know that I won't gain anything from finding out if he's dealt with any of the victims, but morbid curiosity tends to get the better of me. Sometimes I just have to know. Akane Tsurumaki. Okay, a second. No, correct spelling. Got an M Tsurumaki and Akane Tsurumi. No, that's not right. That's not right. Close. That's not right. Close though. Okay, more names. Ichi Hanada. One sec. Yes, crash victim, bad. I remember him. He's still here, actually. I can't believe what I'm reading. Eiichi Hanada ended up at Kojiro's morgue, and he's still there. I hate the little sound it makes when she talks from her side of the convo. It sounds like a chair squeaking and going like that, you know? Really? How long do you store bodies? Depends. Up to 2 days for autopsy. No autopsy for him. No need. He just sits there, cold chamber number 31 BB. If family don't collect, then cremation. Is cremation what you mean by disposal? Yes, mostly. Friend of yours? No, not exactly. Oh, I read her name. But he's Corpse Girl's victim. You said so. Well, I don't know. You said so. Interesting. Yeah, you should have gone, well, my boss. Well, why did you think he was the victim? Because somebody says she tried out the website. He just got her. We just got fucking L'd by this guy. Gee. Interesting. I'll look at him again. Really, there's no need for that. It's okay, I won't tell. How did you do it? Yeah, fucking busted! Fucking busted, Noriko. Fucking busted. Gee, that's it. The Death Note cat and mouse game is over. Noriko has been caught. I swallow hard. What does he mean? Yeah, I need some water too for this. Gee. Okay. Like I said earlier, Noriko is really damn slow. Yeah, exactly. Out of the examples, she asked for someone that she would have no knowledge of. She could have gotten away with Mitsuru. Oh wait, I mean, well, she did ask about her, but there was nothing. But she shouldn't have asked for anyone else. Because what are the odds that 2 different people told her who their victim was? I swallow hard. What does he mean? Hello? How did I do what? How did you kill him? Oh shit, I messed up. He knows. Kojiro has figured out who I am. In a panic, I slam my phone down. I can hear the constant vibration against the bed as Kojiro continues to message me. Of course, Kojima would figure it out. If she kept to the office lady, she could have said that there were rumors about somebody. Yeah, exactly. She has a, for the lady, but 2 people? How would she know 2 different people were submitted to the website? In a panic, I slam my phone down. I can hear the constant vibration against the bed as Kojiro continues to message me. Shit! What should I do? Can I make something up to convince him that I'm not the one responsible for Eiichi's death? Will he even buy it? Not by by not responding to him straight away, I'm probably inadvertently proven my own guilt. I pick up the phone between my trembling thumb and forefinger. You can play this off. You can say, sorry, I just laughed so hard that you just said I killed somebody. Just deny, I guess. I hold it delicately, as though it has suddenly become some sort of evidence that I don't want covered in my fingerprints. In a way, that's completely true. I stare at the messages from Kojiro. Hey, you there? Hello? I'd better reply. I have to say something. Maybe, just maybe I can throw him off my trail. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't kill anyone. Not exactly a lie. Yes, true, Corpse Girl killed him. No name entry on Corpse Girl's website. But you knew his name, you knew he died. Ergo, you requested his death. Wait, this is good. This is far better than him believing I'm Corpse Girl. He thinks I'm just some fan of the website that submitted a request. I have to run with this, I can't let him know the actual truth. Okay, you got me. I used the website to request his death. Ha! Wow, mad. So the site is real, amazing. This is exciting. Are you happy he's dead? So this guy's probably just as much of a scumbag as Noriko is because he thinks it's cool that she ordered somebody to die. I decided to take a leaf out of Tomoe's book and act more innocent than I really am. My phone got hacked. Yeah, it was my 12-year-old nephew. He's autistic, you know what I mean? He didn't understand what he was doing. Not really. I just made the request on a whim to see what would happen. I didn't think it would really work. Wow, so you didn't hate the guy, Eiichi? No, I never even met him. I just found his photo on the internet. Incredible. Well, did you also find his phone number too? Cousin, you're right. It wasn't nephew, it was cousin. Incredible. Corpse Girl kills with just a photo. Doesn't even need a name. Wonder how many other Vics I've got here. Lol. Have to go, clocking off soon, talk later. Fuck this guy, he's awful. He doesn't care at all. Kojiro's status immediately changes to offline. I breathe a sigh of relief. I think he bought the lie. Surely I'm in the clear. But this whole conversation was an exercise in stupidity. I nearly shot myself in the foot because of my own insatiable curiosity. I shouldn't have contacted Kojiro at all. The only positive thing to come out of this is learning that Kojiro works at a hospital morgue. I could potentially take advantage of this, but my sleep-deprived brain can't quite figure out how to work. Gee, speaking of sleep-deprived, I'm probably gonna have to end this soon. I was actually falling asleep there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but during that message reading, I was actually starting to fall asleep. And it's not the game's fault. I was up till like a while. I could potentially take advantage of this, but my sleep-deprived brain can't quite work out how. No, Noriko, you cannot take advantage of this. You are not smart enough to take advantage of this. You pretty much just revealed your hand to this guy the first time you spoke with him over text message. Maybe you should save, I guess so. Not like I've made a choice anytime soon. Well, I can dwell on that later. For now, I really need to sleep. June 2nd, Tuesday morning. An alarm erupts with a shrieking scream and scares me awake. My eyes don't open immediately, and instead I find myself tossing and turning, trying to bury my face in my pillow. I can't have had more than 2 hours of sleep, and now it's already time to get up and go to work. How the hell am I going to function today? I drag my heavy body from the bed and slide into the pair of slippers resting on the floor. Ew, you wear slippers in your own house? With a yawn and a stretch, I leave my bedroom. I stand in the kitchenette connected to the living room for a few moments, completely absent-minded. I open the refrigerator and stare blankly at the dismal contents. Yeah, well, maybe if you had saved that omu rice and not thrown away, you'd have something to eat. A small tub of peach yogurt sits on the top shelf, and a half-empty jug of oolong tea rests at the bottom. I grab the yogurt and peel off the lid without even fetching a spoon. I simply pour a little into my mouth. How thin is that yogurt? I consume about half of the tiny portion and wipe my mouth before throwing the leftovers in the trash can. Noriko, fuck off. At least put it back in the fridge for when you get hungry later. That will be enough to spike my energy for the morning. Yeah, what about tomorrow morning? Do you need a whole new yogurt? A whole new yogurt just to throw that away too? Just keep half of it. Like, I get it. If you don't, like, I can't eat in the morning either, otherwise I get really, really nauseous and I get weird stomach aches. But if you don't want to eat that much, take what you need and put it back in the fridge for later. This is simple. I swear some of these people need to live with their parents. Yeah, Noriko really is just absolute child. That'll be enough to spike my energy for the morning. When you normally run on an empty stomach, any amount of calories can work as a pick-me-up. I make a mental note to collect 2 or more 3 cans of coffee from the convenience store on my way to work. They should carry me through the rest of the day. The rest of the early morning is spent applying makeup and getting dressed. I'm out of the door at the same time as every other day. I mean, I know yogurt is gross, but the texture's kind of gross, but if you get some really nice, like, honey vanilla yogurt, it can be fun. Okay, to stop myself from nodding off at my desk like I just did, I decide to rearrange my personal effects. Having something to focus on is a great way to fight off sleep. Hey, did you remove that thing from Tomoe's desk? Otherwise, you're going to be in hot water. Unlike the other employees here, I don't tend to keep too much at my workspace, yet it still manages to feel cluttered somehow. Next to my computer monitor are 3 little figurines that I collected from toy capsule machines. They're a set of anthropomorphic coffee cans that were released as a promotional campaign for my favorite coffee brand. Well, there we go. We have an actual piece of personality, and it's that she likes coffee. Okay, Noriko. Yogurt ain't gross, especially with some nice granola. Yeah, the granola definitely helps with the flavor. Vanilla yogurt, honey granola, pineapple, ultimate combo. Yeah, good stuff. Most yogurt, though, is dull, boring. Yeah, you really need a good yogurt, but the problem is the tastier it is, usually the more sugar that's in it. Today is Noriko's death day yet? She's refusing to do her pictures. She's a little bitch. Each figure is about the size of my thumb. They're cute little things, and when you put a coin into the capsule machine, you never know which character you're going to get. So far, I've managed to collect Captain Cafe a lot, Lieutenant Long Black, Madame Macchiato. If I remember correctly, there are 2 more I still need to get. But the capsule machines seem to be out of rotation now because they've been replaced by a different series of toys. If I ever want to collect the remaining figures, I'll probably need to buy them online. Oh well, I'm not super invested in having to own all of them. I give each tiny figure a bit of a dusting and set them back next to my monitor so they are all standing up straight and facing forward. Satisfying that they're tidy, I look to the small tray of drawers that sit on the other side of my monitor. My god, this is dull. I mainly just store papers and office memos in them. They're not really big enough to hold anything much larger than documents. I rummage through the drawers, old notices. When I'm done, I file away loose papers. With that complete, I straighten the keyboard, dusting, admire my work. Listen, this is way too much to be putting into a long visual novel game. Like, quit it. Quit wasting my time. The desk looks much nicer now. A clean workspace invites a clear state of mind, or so my co-workers would have me believe. Maybe I'll buy into that a little bit now that I can see the effects for myself. The corner of my eye catches a glimpse of blonde hair, and I turn to watch Tomoe enter the office. Boy, I sure hope you got that thing out of her desk. She nods at Shinya as she walks past his desk and continues nonchalantly towards her own workspace. Since her desk is in my line of sight, I have the perfect vantage point to watch her put her belongings down and take a seat. I feel a sudden stirring of excitement as she sits down. It's almost as if I'm anticipating something to happen. Was something supposed to happen with Tomoe today? Have I forgotten something important? You fucking idiot, Noriko. You absolute brain-dead moron. You dizzy bitch. What is wrong with her? This is like Death Note, except if Light were, like, he had like a lukewarm IQ. My tired mind can't really focus on those thoughts. I try to ignore the mild surge of adrenaline that started pulsing through me when she took her seat. I distract myself by starting up my computer and looking over the list of today's tasks. It looks as though I need to correct a few entries I uploaded to the company server yesterday. In my previously distracted state, it's possible I made a few typographical errors. That's fair enough. I'll get to work on correcting the data. I open up a few programs and listen to the whirring of my computer tower, nearly drowned in the clamor of the office environment. The next sound I hear eclipses the noise of the computer and the office completely and absolutely. Gee. A terrified shriek slices through the air like a knife, leaving a deathly ringing silence in its wake. I scrambled to my feet purely out of instinct, scanning for the source of the scream. I don't have to look very far before my eyes fall upon a distressed Tomoe, kneeling on the floor and clutching her face. She is on the ground next to her desk, staring down unblinkingly, her fingers white from the strain of clawing at her own head. In the sudden chaos of people rushing to her side, I somehow managed to notice that one of the drawers on her desk is wide open. An open drawer? As tired and as exhausted as I am, the significance of the open drawer isn't lost on me. I immediately realized why my body subconsciously felt excited when Tomoe came into the office this morning. I left something in her desk drawer, something I wanted her to find. Yesterday's obsession with discovering the identity of the one who requested my death caused me to forget my rebellious strike against Tomoe. I left something in her drawer yesterday, thinking she was the one who submitted my photo to the website. What should be... Yeah, so it's definitely got to be Tomoe. A picture of Tomoe on a dead body. Jeffrey Carbajal, damn, didn't think you'd make that character. Looks fantastic. 10 out of 10. Thank you. Yeah, I speed ran it. So it's, yeah, Emmy Best Girl. Fight me. When she didn't come into work and it completely slipped my mind. After she confessed to requesting Akane Tsurumaki's death, I erased my suspicion of her being the one who targeted me, but I didn't remove the item from her drawer. I'm in deep shit now. Before I can even lurch forward from behind my desk, Tomoe turns her head to face me. Yeah, she knows you did it. Her cold, grim eyes lock onto mine, refusing to let go. A trickle of crimson blood seeps from her scalp where her fingernails pierced her skin during her panicked scream. Who the fuck has scratched their own scalp bloody from getting spooked by something? Swallowing my nervousness, I break eye contact with her and stare down at the flat object that was the focus of her outcry. It's a familiar photograph, a printed image on glossy paper, traditional, old school, and just as effective as I had hoped. Though I can't make out all the detail from this distance, the composition of the photo doesn't elude my memory. You fucking idiot. She's gonna show this to everybody, and everybody's gonna know that you, being the absolute moron prima donna, decided to harass your coworker with that image. It depicts my very own corpse, toppled backward over a tombstone. A bloody slash traces across my neck. Over a tombstone? Is it her tombstone? A laceration lines my stomach. A knife protrudes from my breast. My black hair is a tangled It is not. Fucking Noriko. My dark hair is a tangled mess. My dark eyeliner smeared and smudged. No, it is not. Look, if you're gonna make these scenes, like, if you're gonna draw blood, at least draw the makeup fucked up or the hair rustled. Worst Photoshop editor ever. The grimace on my face is the unmistakable mask of death. If only it were reality. Noriko Kurosawa, stoic and unflinching in death. Noriko Kurosawa, dead atop a random tombstone in some nameless cemetery. A bizarre yet ultimately unremarkable way to die. What do you mean that's completely remarkable? It suits me perfectly. I'm proud of the work that went into this photo. The objective was to punish Tomoe for requesting my death. Well, see, you could have done this. Like, this doesn't... Okay, listen, everybody. This doesn't make sense, okay? Because if she gets your photo, right, and you're not dead, she's gonna know exactly who put that in her desk. What you should have done if you were gonna do this monumentally stupid thing is have a picture of her like that in her desk. Then she might think that the curse is coming for her now after she killed the executive lady. But the problem was, all of this falls apart because she confided in you about her using the website to request a death. Gee, brainless Noriko. The objective was to punish Tomoe for requesting my death, to create a work of art so horrific that she would beg for forgiveness when she found me still breathing. Well, she doesn't look like she... But the scene playing out before me is unlike... See, and this is another example. Noriko doesn't know how people work. She doesn't understand emotions. She just tries to mimic them. But the scene playing out before me is unlike anything I had imagined. Tomoe's face is scrunched up with hatred, the veins in her forehead threatening to burst and shower the office with sanguine gore at any given second. Whether or not she thinks this is some sick prank is beyond my knowledge. She thinks it's some sick prank. That's why she's looking at you pissed off, you idiot. All I can decipher from her expression that she is likely to strangle me given the opportunity. Let's see. If she wants to strangle you, then she thinks it's a prank. Noriko is so fucking... Gee. But perhaps I'm jumping ahead of myself. Oh my gosh. My dog started burrowing in the closet behind me, and it made like a noise like right beside my ear. That was spooky. Why do I automatically assume that she believes I'm guilty of putting the photo in her drawer? I mean, aren't I the victim in the image? You're not fucking dead. Also, you're not the one that received the image. Also... I hate this. Perhaps she actually... Who the fuck is responsible for this? She howls like a wounded animal, a battered and beaten pup backed into a corner. Clutching the photo, now torn from her bloodied fingernails, she stands and plants her feet firmly on the floor, steadfast, stern, resolute, a bulwark of immovable fury. All eyes are upon her. The bleached blonde gal girl with an antagonizing attitude is the center of attention in the office. This photo is disgusting, absolutely sick. Who made it? Oh, gee, I don't know. Who made it? Who do you think made it? Tomoe. Was it maybe the fucking weird loner goth girl that is always reading horror books and refusing to interact with people? Gee, what kind of disturbed weirdo could have made that photo and put it inside the desk of someone she doesn't like? Yeah, this is like Death Note if the main character consistently forgot the rules of like the Death Note or like the rules of like the cat and mouse game or forgot like who L was. From the confused and puzzled faces of the 20 or so employees huddled around, it's obvious that no one really knows what Tomoe is talking about. The photo is small, and with her clutching it tightly and waving it around frantically, it's impossible for anyone to make out the detail. I'm bold enough to assume that no one else has managed to properly glimpse it yet. And maybe I can prevent our coworkers from getting a closer look if I act fast. I dart out from behind my desk and approach Tomoe. Let me see. Tomoe aggressively thrusts the photo towards me. I take a cursory look at it and gasp loudly to add credibility to my acting. Adopting a fake countenance of shock, I grab Tomoe by the shoulder and pull her close to me. I bow my head against hers, so we stand intimately in the middle of the crowd, forehead to forehead, our eyes fixated on one another. I hope my beating heart isn't loud enough for Tomoe to notice as we stand against each other. Gee, I wonder if it looks suspicious that somebody immediately ran up to Tomoe and started stopping her from showing the photo around. Boy, I wonder if that looks suspicious to anyone else. I whisper softly, my pulse quickening as I try to make my words sound urgent and confident rather than broken and anxious. Come with me, I need to talk to you. Tomoe tenses and gee, there's no time to explain. Tomoe tenses and stiffens, but she murmurs something that sounds like agreement. I pull away from her and grab her wrist to lead her out of the office. We exit from the throng of onlookers, scratching their heads, and dart toward the elevator. Shinya says nothing as we pass him, he just looks on with a pale face. NoPencil, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Oh no, I am dead in the photo. That means they're gonna kill me. Oh my god! The elevator ride down is silent and awkward. Couldn't you have talked in the elevator? But eventually, you're 14 floors up. But eventually the doors open to reveal the ground floor lobby. We weave between the scattered couches and sculptures, making a frantic dash for the exit. Are you guys just allowed to leave like that? We finally emerge outside into the brisk morning air. Trying hard to catch my breath, I notice that Tomoe isn't nearly as exhausted as I am. Yeah, that's because you don't eat. You eat like half a yogurt pouch, like half of a Go-Gurt every day, every other day. I want to chalk up my wheezing condition to the lack of sleep, but I know that's just an excuse for my poor physical fitness. Yeah, not eating. Tomoe is still holding the photo in her hand. She looks at it once more in disgust, then faces me with one hand on her hip. You want to tell me what the fuck this is? Look, it's difficult to explain, but I'll try my best. I want to find out who planted this in my drawer, and look at this. She thrusts the photo at me once again. She uses the point of her thumb to indicate the timestamp printed at the bottom of the image. It's got yesterday's date on it, a photo of your dead body, as if you've already been killed. But here you stand. Sure enough, the photo bears yesterday's date. The time states 9:06 p.m. I marked it as such when I was under the belief that Tomoe would find it yesterday morning. Yeah, and when she didn't come into work, you should have collected it on your way out. I wanted her to anxiously wait for the day until my death accompanied the rising moon. What? I wanted her to anxiously wait out the day until my death accompanied the rising moon. What the fuck? Since that didn't go down the way I planned, the confusion on Tomoe's face is now self-explanatory. I just can't believe that Corpse Girl wants you dead. What did she say? Huh? Noriko is so fucking dumb that she's having to rely on Tomoe to create her fake story for her. Prank gone wrong, gone sexual. This is just like what happened to Akane Tsurumaki when I requested her death. The police found a photo of her own dead body on her phone when they investigated how she died. What? Is this public knowledge? How did I not know this? And now you got a similar photo. Does that mean Corpse Girl is trying to kill ya? But it doesn't make sense. It's already past the time it says here. And why was the photo in my desk drawer? What do I gotta do with it? We could play this off and be like, well, I actually thought you submitted my name when I got the photo in my desk, so I put it back in there as revenge or something like that. I'm still reeling from the information about Akane Tsurumaki. The police discovered the corpse photo on her phone. Of course they did. Of course they would investigate her death. It was foolish of me to assume the photo wouldn't come to light. Duh. Fucking Noriko, she never plans or assumes anything. Tomoe grits her teeth and tenderly touches a finger to the bloody cut on her scalp, the place her fingernails slashed in anguish. She looks at her fingertip in revulsion and sighs. Look, maybe it's my fault that Akane Tsurumaki ended up down the well. Maybe it's not. The least I can do is make sure that fucking Corpse Girl doesn't come to get you as well. You ain't my friend or nothing, but sluts gotta stick it out together, right? I don't want another cold bitch on my conscience. Nobody talks like this. Nobody fucking talks like this. Who wrote this game? I need water. My throat's killing me. I feel like these are the most touching words Tomoe can string together. I'm somewhat flattered that she wants to protect me. Tomoe, you don't have to do anything. Yeah, I kinda do, you know? You comforted me a little when I came to you about the dead skank. Made me feel I wasn't totally to blame, yeah? It might not be as much of a psycho as I thought. Might be a heart beating behind that flat chest. Nope. Okay, thanks. Unexpectedly, the brash and brazen girl beams at me brightly. I'm putting you under 24-hour surveillance. Corpse girl's gonna have to crack my skull open before she goes sticking her fingers into yours. Tomoe, really, that's not necessary. I can't figure out a way to convey that I'm not actually in any danger. Well, immediate danger at any rate. It's true that there is someone out there who wants me dead, badly enough to have requested it through the website, but as far as the threat of Corpse Girl coming to get me goes, I'm perfectly safe. I resign myself to simply staring blankly at Tomoe, the girl I hold so much disdain for. I know I should choose my next words carefully. Tomoe is prone to violent outbursts even at the best of times. Here we go. Okay, so I'm guessing this is going to affect our relationship with Tomoe. Oh my god, the first one! I don't need you to protect me. Fuck off. Thanks, I'll be fine on my own. I'd feel better with you looking after me. Okay, it's poll time, party people. I'm gonna have to move the screen so I can see the options real quick. Okay. What say? Okay, F off. Thanks, but no thanks. Bye-bye, Aoi. Yeah, friendship with Aoi terminated. New best friend is Tomoe. Okay, there we go. Wait a minute. Apparently the writer for this game seems to be creator and director of Learn Japanese to Survive, according to... That's a game! Actually, wait a minute. That's a game where it tries to teach you Japanese or you die. I think I saw them post on Reddit about their game and if it was any good or not, but this was only 6 months ago. Learn Japanese to Survive. Yeah, it was on Reddit they were asking... Yeah, this is it! What the fuck? The same person? Really? Whoa! I hate that I knew exactly what you were talking about. Alright. You can't fight Tomoe, you'll simply perish. Slut girls stick together. Twitch votes for 3. Alright, I'll factor that in then. Friendship with Emmy over, Tomoe is our best friend. I kind of want the worst ending, though. Is it any good? Interesting title. Well, I think you get to learn hiragana at least, so that's helpful, mildly. Looks like they also made something called How to Date a Magical Girl. Wow. Alright. Oh boy, 84% of you simps want me to say thanks, I feel better now. Okay, I feel better now with 85%, fuck off with 7%, thanks but no thanks with 7%. Thank you to everybody that voted. Gee. So let's stay together. I feel better with you looking after me. You're damn right. Ain't no one gonna protect you as good as me. This just feels wrong, though, because not only are we a psycho serial killer, but we are the ones who put that photo in there just to fuck with her. You know, it feels really wrong to base a friendship off of this. Tomoe reaches forward and ruffles my hair in a tomboyish manner. I grimace and bear it until she's satisfied and retracts her arm with a laugh. Then she reaches back and slugs me in the stomach and starts slapping me. Now, what are we gonna do? I don't totally believe this corpse girl person really exists, but still. Something or other killed Akane Tsurumaki. Pretty sure it wasn't suicide, what with the photo and all. Since you got one of them photos too, I reckon someone's out to get ya. Yeah, about that. How about we hunker down at my place after work? Gal's night in, right? If someone tries to break down the door to get ya, I'll show 'em what's what. Tomoe loves violence, man. She really is insistent. I almost can't believe this is the same girl that slapped me across the face last week. And that's the terrifying thing. We could either choose to believe that the slap was just a weird one-off, and it would never happen again, or she's one of those abusive types where when she's happy with you, suddenly you're really cool and you're the center of her universe, and she'd like take a bullet for you. But the second you say something and she feels insulted, she'll like openly strike you and, you know, like beat you into submission and stuff. I think that's like a histrionic thing, if I'm not mistaken, or something. Because it really does remind me of, you know who. Like, you know how many counts there were of her striking friends and girlfriends? Like, she spent a night in a jail because she hit her girlfriend. And then she also struck a friend across the face while they were shopping. Completely different person. It's just weird. I feel like we could almost be friends at this rate, but what happens when she finds out I'm not actually in any danger? Will she think I used her, betrayed her? What if she finds out I'm Corpse Girl? That would probably be the trigger that provokes her into slashing my throat herself. Tired as I am, feeling weak of will, I simply nod. Sure, let's go to your place after work. Yeah, that's what's up. She better be buying us fried chicken. You know who? Yeah, you know who. We'll do a snack run, okay? Gotta have chocolate and cake on a night like this. All of a sudden she freezes and stares intently into my eyes. She's gonna be like, don't worry, I promise, you can throw it all up afterward. Ah, shit, sorry, I didn't mean to. It's fine, snacks sound good. Just buy her a bunch of coffee. You're getting crispy KFC, bitch, let's go. Hey, don't feel pressured to eat, Kay. I got a big appetite, so nothing will go to waste. She grins, looking proud of herself. My expression softens somewhat. Somehow, Tomoe is displaying the minimum amount of human decency, and yet it's very touching. We've somehow broken down a wall between us and removed the animosity that was hung in the air since the day we met. Suddenly, she reaches out her hand, the photograph held gently between her fingers. Here, have this photo of your mutilated corpse. Jeez. Here, you better you have it than me. How am I doing with Tomoe's accent? Should I just go to a more basic kind of Valley Girl accent, maybe? I really like her now. Looking down at the photo, it's pretty clear that it's me in the image. I suppose it would be best to delete this evidence. You just crumble it up and then, like, stuff it in your mouth. Is she Scottish? No, she's, Tomoe. I shred the photo carefully, making sure to completely destroy any of my defining features in the image. With the photo completely ripped beyond recognition, I toss it in a nearby bin. Tomoe smiles at me, and we enter the office building side by side. The end. The accent's pretty okay. Good. I'm trying to speak like Lumpy Space Princess, but I hardly remember what she sounds like. Boy, is she rich or something? Tomoe's apartment is not at all like I expected it would be. If you guys like Tomoe, go ahead and play the Gyaru horror game. It's basically got her as the protagonist. For starters, it's not an absolute trash heap like it always was in my mind's eye. The place is nice, fairly modern, and probably not that cheap. She lives on the outskirts of Shinjuku, so she's a lot closer to the office than I am. That probably explains why she's usually so punctual despite her terrible work ethic. From what I can gather from my first impressions, she lives alone. A few photo frames near the entrance feature some family members, including a younger brother and sister. It's funny because she doesn't seem like an older sister type to me. Yeah, she seems like a spoiled only child. Dare the Gyaru do it for me, Nimir. What Gyaru horror game? It's a demo. It's kind of like, it reminds me a bit like Clock Tower a little bit. Night at the Scissors, but like in a good way. Basically, you're one of these gal girls, or gyarus as they call it in like Japanese, and yeah, your school is haunted and you're trying to survive, and you are a complete gal girl. The personal effects decorating the apartment aren't cheap and tacky, much to my surprise. I immediately get the feeling that she earns more money than I do, even though we have the same job. Though how could that be? We're both simple data entry temps. We'd surely be on the same contract and the same salary. Well, she probably gets money from her family. I suppose she is a little bit older than me. Maybe she had a well-paying job before starting work at Temugen, or maybe she has a side job. Either way, there's no way she could afford to live here on the same salary as me. So, would you like a cup of tea? I've got oolong, green, barley, hochija. Fucking barley. Barley tea is best tea. Mint is pretty cool too, though. So many to choose from. I didn't take you as much of a tea drinker. Well, of course I am. It's tradition, you know. Tradition's real important, says the bleach blonde faked tanned bimbo. Yeah, I guess so. Hochija for me, please. What the hell is hochija? I know, cha, like ocha, cha, that's tea. That means tea itself. So what is hoji? Hoji, let me see what hoji. It's something tea. Okay. Hoji is... It's Japanese green tea. It's distinctive from other Japanese green teas because it is roasted in a porcelain pot over charcoal. I see. Okay, interesting. Okay, so toasted tea then. It's the Gyaru tradition, you uncultured plebe. Yeah, hochija for me, please. Sure, coming right up. As Tomoe busies herself in the kitchen nook, I continue to scan the apartment. I quickly start putting all the most expensive-looking trinkets in my bag. A fairly large TV sits atop a sleek cabinet against one wall of the living area. A comfortable-looking sofa fills most of the room, but gives way to a small kotatsu in the corner. During winter, a kotatsu is a very valuable piece of furniture. It's a small, low table with a blanket to cover your legs. Underneath is a tiny space heater designed to warm up the enclosed area. I've always wondered about those. Don't those seem like a major fire hazard, you know? I like your kotatsu. I can't even fit one in my apartment. Oh yeah, they're great, right? Dad actually made that one for me. Your dad made it? I look closely at it. I don't know much about woodwork, but the whole thing looks very solid and well made. Even the blanket spread underneath the table's surface is pleasing to look at. It's probably not cold enough to flick the heater on, but feel free to sit down there if you like. No, that's okay. I'm warm enough. A memory of my childhood flickers at the edges of my mind, like a moth dancing around the flame. Sitting at a kotatsu as a child, with a warm cup of cocoa and my big sister reading a book aloud to me. I shake my head. That was too long ago to even attempt to remember clearly, and the past never really mattered much to me anyway. Tomoe has finished pouring tea, so she sits down, I'm tired, we might have to stop soon. So she sits 2 ceramic mugs atop the coffee table and calls out to me, "Tea's up." Thank you. Immediately starts teabagging me. Man, the game got so much better since Tomoe became plot revenant. Yeah, it's almost like this game's weakest spot is the main character, Noriko. It's almost like the game picks up when there's other characters that aren't her, like, taking the spotlight. So, we gotta protect you from Corpse Girl, right? I simply nod. Hey, wait a minute. If you got one of them photos, that means someone requested your death, right? This whole time, I've been thinking it's Corpse Girl that wants you dead, but that ain't right. It means that someone else just asked Corpse Girl to put you in the ground. Yeah, that's what I figure. I like how their saturation changes depending on who's talking. She's not wrong. While Corpse Girl isn't actually after me... Oh, I started reading that in Tomoe's... Guys, what if I started reading the narrating in Tomoe's accent? She's not wrong. While Corpse Girl isn't actually after me, it's true that there is somebody who requested my death. Huh, so who do you think it is? Who wants you dead? Well, honestly, at first I thought it was you. Yeah, I mean, last week I might have been tempted to chuck your photo on the website, but nah. You work right near me in the office. If you ended up dead, someone would trace it back to me, you know? I dobbed in Akane Tsurumaki because she worked way upstairs, and we never talked, save one time, when I found out she's a total skank. Oh, did you speak to her once? What was she like? Fucking slut. See, the thing is, she's an unreliable narrator because every woman is a fucking slut to her. Might stop soon, goes on another hour. I've woken up since nearly falling asleep those times. New Game Plus is in Tomoe's perspective. Fucking slut, that one. We met in the lobby. I was on one of them couches doing my makeup because I was in early one morning. She walks past me, gives me one of them looks like those snooty rich people give ya. You know the type? Like, I'm better than ya, and I know it. But you know what she said to me? What does she say? She says this, "Honey, please wait for your clients outside the building." Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Oh, no! To be honest, I kind of agree with her, Tomoe. She didn't deserve to die for that. Oh man, I'm gonna need some water for that one. Oh my gosh. That death request was deserved. To be fair, Tomoe has like 3/4 of her cleavage out in the workspace. She just would not get away with that, especially in Japan. Okay. Hang on, my dog is demanding that I pick her up. 1 second. Okay, we are back. And that's really weird. It looks like Michael Roberts just donated, but for whatever reason, it's not showing up on my feed. I'm really sorry. If I've missed anything, please let me know. Michael Roberts with $10 from Michael Roberts. With stories like that, Tomoe is the most fun character for sure. Yeah. Oh, did my controller turn off? I might actually be low on battery. Okay, that's another sign I need to stop. Huh? What did she mean? Don't you get it? She was implying that I'm a hooker or something. Just by looking at me, she decided I didn't belong in an office building. Well, you do kind of dress exactly like a hooker. Like, you really do need to put the girls away when you're working in a public space. Oh god, Tomoe summon the bots. No! It really pissed me off. I'm sick of people judging me like that. Yeah, I look different from y'all, but so what? I got my own style, so just fuck off. Well, like, nudity isn't a style, though. Like, there's public decency laws, Tomoe. So, you're not a hooker. The music stopped and looped at exactly the right moment. Like, I noticed the music wasn't going, and I was like, wait, is this the silence before it, like, turns into a rage beatdown? To be fair, she is wearing a horse uniform. Yeah, exactly. You do not unbutton your shirt all the way down to your belly button when you go into, like, an office job. Bitch, you're lucky I'm in a good mood. I can't help but laugh along with her. Sorry, I was just kidding. Noriko, that was pretty brazen. Yeah, I know. You're not so bad, Noriko Kurosawa. Thanks, you're not so bad yourself, Tomoe Watanabe. We share another laugh, and I feel my tense and guarded persona slowly slipping away. This girl, this person that I detested just days ago, did I have her all wrong? We clashed countless times while working together, but now we're suddenly becoming closer. Why is that? It's almost as though some sort of maternal instinct kicked into gear inside Tomoe, and she feels the urge to keep me safe. Is it guilt over Akane Tsuramaki's death? Is it because she's happier overall now that she has a boyfriend? Does dating Shinya make her less pissed off at the world and less eager to lash out? Holy shit, Tomoe was an incel. Tomoe was an incel that just needed to get laid to become a normal, productive member of society. All the impotent rage just disappeared. I don't know the answer, but I'm glad we've been able to set aside our differences. Right, now we've got some tea. Why don't we watch some trashy TV? It's not exactly my preferred way to spend an evening, but Tomoe has welcomed me into her home. We've all but buried the hatchet. Yeah, besides, aren't you like a voyeur? Wouldn't you like the really disgusting, trashy, no-shame reality TV shows? It's only fair that I extend a hand of friendship as well. Okay, trashy... Oh, that's not her. Okay, trashy TV sounds great. Let's do it. Femcel rise up. Isn't her BF getting fired? Oh, yeah. Also, her BF has been giving some real mixed signals about being with her. Yeah. Tomoe cheers and picks up the television remote with a quick flick of her wrist. Wednesday, June 3rd. Guys, this is yesterday. This was yesterday, guys. We need to keep up with the game. Another dull morning in the office. The chatter of people talking on the phone, the humming of the air conditioner, the tapping of fingers against keyboards. If I didn't have music to drown out the white noise, I'd probably go mad from being exposed to it every day. I don't know how everyone else deals with it. Yeah, you know what else is driving me mad? Having to read the same, like, oh, I'm here again, and people are type. I don't want to read that every single time we change scenes. Thanks to a good night's rest, I've been able to work diligently so far. I've completed a few tasks already, but there's still a lot more work to do. As I continue to pulverize my keyboard with thin, brittle fingers. Oh, how brittle, how dainty and delicate and porcelain white her hands are. I look out over the office floor to see who is around. Shinya sits at his desk, his expression scrunched up in concentration, and he absent-mindedly scratches his face with the blunt end of a pen. Turning my gaze, I observe the back of Tomoe's head as she works attentively at her computer. She hasn't said anything to me since we arrived at the office this morning. Because I now know that she's not the one who requested my death, I feel more at ease around her. She could be playing the long game, and with the photo of my own corpse destroyed, I can put yesterday's unplanned events behind me. I need to be more careful in the future. Forgetting that I planted a photo like that in Tomoe's desk drawer was an oversight I can't afford to repeat. Yeah, it was really fucking dumb. I said it last stream, she has paper for skin and glass for bones. Yeah, she definitely got a glass jaw. Oh, ignore the HR incident yesterday. I need to be clever, calculated, cunning. Noriko, you are none of those things. You don't think ever at all. You pretty much got yourself caught with Kojima. You got yourself caught with Tomoe. Just, you're not smart enough to be a manipulative mastermind. Corpse Girl's ambitions require me to be at peak performance at all times. I can't go messing up like that again. I'm lucky that no one else was dragged into the whole mess. Imagine if I did something so stupid when trying to kill a real victim. I would have ruined the entire operation. Taking a deep breath, I clap my cheeks. Oh. Every time I think I need to quit this game, it just... Taking a deep breath, I clap my cheeks softly with both hands. From now on, I'm going to truly focus when carrying out my plans. Noriko's peak performance is like a normal person's 35%. Yeah. Cheek status, clapped. All I need to do is wait for the next victim to come through the website. I'm ready for it. Finding out the identity of whoever requested my own death shouldn't be my top priority. I'm immune to Corpse Girl's wrath, of course, so unless someone decides to come at me with a knife, I'm perfectly safe. Well, you did die by knife in the photo. I'll check the website requests this evening as soon as I get home. It's too risky to try and access it while at work. With newfound resolve, I nod to myself and look ahead to the end of the day. I can say, I think they could still work a supernatural aspect into this. Like, maybe all the ugly, dark feelings and just a complete, freak accident sort of thing. Like, Corpse Girl herself manifests, not as Noriko, but just like as a spirit, like, formed from malevolent thoughts and the sufferings of all her victims and stuff. And it's been, slowly, like, it's been created, and it turns out that nobody's killing them. It's this just a malevolent curse. Cheeks clapped, skin frail, hands brittle. Oh yeah, fellas, office goth girl mode is activated. Oh, the devs behind this game are from Australia, are they? Auron. Auron, how do you explain this? Explain yourself. Corpse Girl was inside us all along. These names are depraved. The flickering notification on my laptop screen prompts a wicked grin to split my face in two. One new request. I don't waste any time before opening up the details of the request. My heart begins to pound and I feel the welcome rush of adrenaline flooding through my body. Oh, I should probably refresh the chat real quick. It's taking too long. By the time I do it, it won't matter anymore. There we go. Okay, guys, request details. Today, 10:55 a.m. local time. Victim's phone number. Downloading image attachment. Oh, gee. Would it really have been that hard to completely obscure the face? Or, like, drop it into GIMP or fucking Microsoft Paint and crop it out? How much you want to bet that these are two friends and one wants to kill the other? The way you describe Corpse Girl, I expect this to be a JoJo's fan game. Yeah, Oran? Huh? You gonna apologize? My eyes widen at the sight of the uploaded photo. Two people, two identical women. Well, they're not really identical. One's got much darker hair, and the other's eyes are a bit different. Twins? Identical twins at that. The woman on the left is circled in red. She is obviously the requested victim, but without knowing them personally, it's impossible to distinguish between the two. They both have the same stunning features, lustrous hair, and contagious smiles. This truly is an interesting request. I immediately jumped to the conclusion that one twin wants the other dead. That's what I thought too. It's not the only possibility, but I'd like to think it's the case. Well, mostly because how the photo is taken. You know what I mean? Like, how many people have access to this photo? This looks like a selfie that was known of by two people, and one of them wants the other dead. It's not the only possibility, but I'd like to think it's the case. Makes it exciting. This type of request only serves to reinforce my resolve. I can't wait to start gouging out the victim's eyes. She will leave behind a truly beautiful corpse. I wish someone would gouge out Noriko's eyes. As I wait for my secret weapon, the database of deceased to load up, the phone tingles beside me on the couch. What if they just... Oh, the noise message is from Kojiro. Hey, you there? About last time. Hi. Hey, that guy, Eiichi Hanada, gone today. Is that so? Where'd he go? Cremated. Family didn't collect him. Limited space, you know how it is. I didn't know why Kojiro decided to tell me this. I suppose he still thinks I requested Eiichi's death, so... I see. More names? What? Want me to look up more names? Corpse Girl's victims? Sorry, I don't have any more names for you. Shame. See, you were so fucking dumb, Noriko. He thought he could get you with that one. Tell me if you request more deaths. Oh, and? Do you know her identity? Who, Corpse Girl? Yes. No, sorry, I don't know who she is. Okay. Is it you? Okay, so here's the thing. It seriously could have been this guy that put her photo in, and when she didn't die, he's now like pretty sure it's her. Fucking L. Okay, all right. Discount garage sale L and discount garage sale light Yagami. Here we go, guys. The cat and mouse game. Is it you? Gee, do the Mark Wahlberg. What? No. Geez, are we back to this again? No, it's not me. I'm not as clever as that. You're right, Noriko, you're not. Okay. How does she kill? I'm not sure. Okay. What do you know? What do you know? Lol. This guy fucking bugs me the way he texts. All I know is that the victim receives a photo of their own corpse before they die. Everyone knows that. My dog knows that. It can't be that bad if he owns a dog, though. Great value, L. The guitar thing almost sounds like reminiscent of one of L's guitar remixes for his theme song. Serious confrontation, Twitter DMs. Yes, remember Noise's Twitter. It's her calling card. You had a request fulfilled. Tell me more. I don't know what else to tell you. Lame. Okay. By the way, I saw the photo. What photo? Eiichi Hanada, photo on his phone. The calling card. Huh? How did Kojiro see it? Sure, he deals with dead bodies, but surely personal possessions are removed from the deceased before they enter the morgue. I need to play it cool here and not invite any more suspicion of myself. Are you talking about the photo that the corpse girl supposedly sends her victims? Yes. Funny thing, was definitely the guy, but photo didn't match cause of death. The photo didn't match the cause of death? I remember crafting Eiichi Hanada's photo, of course, it wasn't all that long ago. So this is definitely weird, because apparently Ruri, her very first victim, the photo she sent Ruri, her body ended up in the exact same way. So that one actually could have been a murder. Like, somebody could have wanted her dead, and when Ruri, like, not knowing that, confided in that person, maybe it was a friend or a family member, that person decided to enact it themselves. Why does he capitalize the second letter every time? It seems like, I kind of do this sometimes too. It's like when you're holding caps lock for a letter or a word, but you're too lazy and you let go too soon, and you don't bother to fix it. Maybe. I used a base image of a corpse with dismembered legs hanging over a power line. You know, this guy should know about the dead database. If he's a morgue guy, there's no reason why he wouldn't. I mean, he's more likely to know about it than normal people. It was a memorable image, after all. It made a fearsome sight, but it's not something that could be easily replicated by suicide or by murder, for that matter. So I never really expected Ichi to wind up looking like the photo. From what I read in the obituary, he died in a traffic accident. He must have been driving, or he was a pedestrian. Either way, he was likely in a collision with a vehicle. For starters, cadaver is a new purple word, guys. New purple word just dropped. Cadaver still has both legs. No legs in the photo. Did you know that? No, I didn't know. I haven't seen the photo you're talking about. You haven't? Interesting. So Corpse Girl doesn't share with the requester. Hang on. Okay. So only the victim sees the photo. Here. Kojiro shares a photo in the chat. Yeah, how did someone literally fucking threw that guy up there like he was a pair of tied together old shoes? Kojiro shares a photo in the chat. Sure enough, it's a snapshot of the corpse photo I produced for Eiichi Hanada. He must have copied it from the victim's phone. The photo from Corpse Girl. You know you could get in massive trouble for sending victims' personal photos out to strangers when you work there, right, buddy? Right? Compare to this. I love how the Grudge Girl is just like, whoa, every time there's like a photo. She does her little rattle. Another photo is shared in the chat. This one I haven't seen before. He looks fine to me. It's Eiichi Hanada's true corpse, sprawled forward in the driver's seat of a wrecked car. Seeing a genuine corpse photo doesn't come as much of a surprise to me. After all, I've spent countless hours trawling through the database of the deceased. I've seen more than my fair share of destroyed lives. There's not too much blood in this photo. It's kind of lame compared to the gorgeous rendition of his death that I lovingly crafted. It's still not entirely evident what led to Ichi's car collision. This very well could have been a genuine accident. For my own ego, though, I have to at least pretend that Corpse Girl had a hand in it. This girl just can't seem to decide if she believes she has powers or not. If it were real, he'd be burning up on the power lines. If they're on, maybe. Sometimes when they connect together, they zap and then the whole thing goes dark. Thoughts? The real death doesn't match Corpse Girl's photo at all. Why do you think that is? I feel pretty clever and manipulative by putting the question on Kojiro. Wait. What if he's hang on. What if he's bluffing? What if he legit took a picture of, maybe he knows the database too. Like I said, he works with dead bodies. He works in a morgue. He might know of the DID. Or DD or whatever it's called. What if he specifically took a picture that he found on there with a youthful athletic guy that was dead in a car accident, but you couldn't see his face? And then he's bluffing with us or something, like getting us to say, well, it should be the same kind of death or something. So what's going to be the twist? That she was completely inconsequential the whole time? I don't know. There's lots of different ways this could go. That's part of the reason I'm still with it. I feel pretty clever and manipulative by putting the question... Fucking idiot. By putting the question on Kojiro, I want to lessen the suspicion of my true involvement as much as possible. You're asking me? Well, some theories. Corpse Girl's photo is a scare tactic, nothing more, but don't know where the photo comes from. She convinces the victim to kill themselves. What the hell? How could his first theory be right on the money? Well, it's because his first theory is outlandish and stupid. You get sent a scary photo of yourself and you kill yourself? Nobody does that. Is he stalking me or something? Does he actually know the truth? Second theory. Corpse Girl comes after victims, but a genuine accident happened first. Ichi Hinata died before she got him. A second theory is off the mark, but I can see why he came to the conclusion. Regardless, this is the theory I want him to believe. I think the second theory is most likely. Why would someone kill themselves from seeing a photo? Yes, that's the question we've all been asking. Doubting my own methods like this leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Not that simple. Photo is personal and time-stamped, adds urgency, realism. What, urgency to kill yourself? Could be effective, especially in someone anxious or gullible. He's right, of course. Although causing death in this manner was never my intention when I first started Corpse Girl's website. Yeah, that's because nobody would think to kill themselves after getting a photo like that. No human being expects someone to do that. It's a possibility that it did occur to me when Ruri Hatano died. That was murder. That wasn't suicide. She didn't string herself up in a field on planks of wood as a scarecrow, okay? Wait a minute. How did you even get these 2 photos? Lol. Now she asks. Police don't seem like to share. More morbid the better. A dead guy with corpse photo on his phone fits the bill. They sent me both photos. We played spot the difference, lol. Disgusting. Disgusting! I never knew the police could be so disrespectful to the dead. Well, I can't really talk, at the very least. I'm not in that line of work. Anyway, coffee? Huh? Get coffee with me. No, he smells something, Noriko, and it's you. He knows you're a rat. Don't go anywhere near this guy. It's too dangerous. You're too dumb. Wait, I don't know anything about this game. Actually, I thought she killed the persons. You're telling me they killed themselves? We don't know how they died. We only know how one person died, and whether or not it was like a curse or supernatural is completely unknown. But it's just a weird habit that's started up lately. When she sends photos of the photoshopped bodies to the victims, they end up dying. The last 2 in a row have died, and we don't know if someone's killing them, if they're killing themselves, if it's just a weird coincidence. YN. Unbelievable, this guy wants to meet up and grab coffee. Oh, I hope we actually get another choice. Has this conversation really given him the feeling that I'm interested in him? No, he doesn't care about you at all. He has suspicions about you and he wants more info because he's into this sick shit. Does he think we've bonded over a discussion of dead bodies? I'm about to tell him no, but some part of me hesitates and halts my fingers. Kojiro has connections, the morgue, the police. Yeah, exactly, so you probably don't want him knowing that you're connected to this. It's not inconceivable that he might be a useful tool in the future. You're not a good mastermind. At this stage, I'm about 80% sure he doesn't know my true identity. Hold on, I'm kicking something. What is it? Oh. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna have to fix that. At this stage, I'm about 80% sure he doesn't know my true identity. I'd say you should be about 20% sure he doesn't know who you really are. It might be safe to meet up with him. On the other hand, I get the impression that even if he knew who I really am, he'd only be impressed. It's a gamble. It could be beneficial, or it could lead to me being caught out. I might even get arrested for my involvement in 3 deaths. Though, is what I'm doing really illegal? I'm not so sure. But I don't think a jury would take my side. That's why I have to err on the side of caution at all times. Well, photoshopping someone's image on a dead body, like, I think if you do it a couple times, it's harassment. Like, sending one gross photo to someone, like, there's not even nudity in the photo. I'm like, it's awful, but I don't think there's specifically a law against sending one photo to one person and then never speaking to them again, because it's harassment if it keeps going, especially if they tell you to stop and you keep doing it. You're not kicking the dog. No, I'm not kicking the dog. Kojiro. Okay, let's meet. I type the words and hit send before I have any more second thoughts. It might be a fatal mistake. Yeah, exactly. Why would you take a risk this big? But if I'm clever enough, I can wrap him around my finger and utilize his connection. Utilize his connections for what? Your job is to wait for people to send names in, and then you make crappy photoshops and then hope they drop dead. What do you need from a morgue guy or from the police? You're not Light Yagami looking to keep tabs on the police's search for you worldwide. That's another bad thing about this game, is that they don't really have anything concrete. Like, What's-Her-Face has not been able to come up with a single thing she would want from this guy. Oh, he has connections. Okay, what would you do with the connections? Exactly, like, it's just like, oh, connections. What? It's just very broad without actually telling you anything of substance. You love this game so much, I can tell. I love hating it. Cool. Message you tomorrow. Bye. Kojiro's status immediately changes to offline. I reset my phone on the couch and look back to the laptop screen in front of me. The smiling, beautiful faces of two identical women stare back at me. That's right, I was about to start working on this most interesting request. I still have plenty of time before I need to get to sleep. With this thought in mind, I set about my task in high spirits. Okay. I think we'll go ahead. June 4th, Thursday. Guys, it's today! It's today! But it's not Thursday today. Wait, when does this game take place then? Because today is the 4th, but today's a Saturday. So what, June 4th was a Thursday? It's yesterday. Okay, depending on where you are in the world, it's yesterday. Ah, yes, let the hate flow through you. I hope you guys are having fun, at least a little bit. The tiny balcony jutting out from the side of my apartment is nothing like it was advertised in the real estate listing. When I first saw the misleading photo, I thought it would be spacious and bright, an open-air hideaway that I could use to get some fresh air and improve my health. Yeah, it really sucks when people Photoshop images to mislead people, isn't it, Noriko? You get what you deserve. I wanted to set up a tiny garden and grow some plants. Nothing that would require a lot of work, but something that could occupy my spare time. In reality, the balcony is a depressing amalgamation of steel and concrete that saps away any desire to stand upon it. What did you expect the balcony to be made of? What do you make balconies of if not steel and concrete? Like, were you thinking it would be wooden? It rests in the eternal shadow of the surrounding buildings and manages to catch the sun's rays for about 4 minutes every day. It's an understatement to say I was disappointed when I ventured out upon it for the first time. I suppose if nothing else, it's a good vantage point for looking out over the city, but that's the only positive thing I have to say about it. As I stand here with my back against the railing, calmly sipping a lukewarm mug of green tea, I breathe a heavy sigh. You know, it's probably a nice place to be in the summer at least, because then, even though it's super hot, you've got lots of wind and you're in the shade. I should be at the office. I should be tapping away at my keyboard, getting through the backlog of work that has accumulated this week. Instead, I'm here at home, tired and strained and wearing thin at the seams. I called in sick this morning. I don't know if my supervisor bought the lie, but he did tell me to stay home and feel better, so that's what I've been trying to do. It's my own fault I feel this way. It's my own fault that I stayed up until 4 a.m. again. I got her beat. I stayed up until 7. I know that a lack of sleep exacerbates my condition. I know that skipping meals and refusing to take medication makes me feel this way. I know that I do this to myself. I know. But this is me. This is what I do to myself as I try to take on each day. This is the day I stretch myself thin, for no reason other than because some days I don't want to be better. Yeah, but you're never better. Like, you literally kill people because you think you deserve to be famous. I just want to be. Yeah, you're selfish, we know. I want to stay up late and work on Corpse Girl's requests. My body's need for sleep doesn't come before my ambitions. I want to eat only when necessary because when I'm slim, I look beautiful. I want to be beautiful just like her. Okay, I wonder if she's maybe like obsessed with her mother or something. I want to skip my medication because taking the same pills every day is a hassle and expensive, and I question whether I really need them anymore. Oh, you need medication, Noriko. If I can just stay at home like this, I don't need the medication. I even came out to the balcony, and that counts as being outside. So why do I need to take the pills? It's true that when I skip a few days, I end up like this. I try to convince myself that I'm fine, that I'm fixed, that I was some broken thing that has been magically repaired. But I end up staying inside all day with the curtains shut and my eyes locked on a screen. I know that when I stay on top of my medication, I can go out to work and to the park and the library without a second thought. I can get on the train and not worry about strangers breathing on me or touching me. I can go to the convenience store and leisurely look around. I even went to that restaurant last week and read a book while eating dinner, and no one even tried to cut me or abduct me. And no one tried to strangle themselves in front of me and Yuriko. Alright, I'm hearing a hawk scream outside. No one tried to strangle themselves in front of me and Yuriko. Okay, so Yuriko is her older sister. I'm guessing this is the TM very sad backstory, do not steal, that excuses everything she's ever done. Can I really only go out and do those normal things because of some tiny pills that a doctor said I need? No, you can definitely do it on your own. It's just the pills make it easier. Or can I do those things because I'm actually better now? Maybe I was never unwell in the first place, not irrational, just cautious, careful, concerned. I realize that my mug is empty when I bring it to my lips and taste nothing but the slightly waxy, unpleasant sensation of smudged lipstick. Well, I've been outside for long enough anyway. I'll go inside since it's getting late. Plus, I have the feeling that someone on the street below has been watching me and is waiting to climb up onto the balcony. Okay, Noriko. Is the hug coming back to finish the job? Oh, I hope not. I enter my apartment, set the mug aside, and retreat into my bedroom. My phone is where I left it, sitting face up and begging for my undivided attention. I snatch it up, unlocking the screen. I'm greeted by the last web page I left open. It's my custom-made news alert for obituaries. From tomorrow morning, I'll be anxiously awaiting news of my latest victim's fate. I time-stamped the photo with tomorrow's date, June 5th, 9:01 a.m. The unlucky twin has already received the photo. I sent it out earlier today. After sending a photo, I always hide the burner phone out in the unused shed behind my apartment building. Getting the phone into the shed this morning was rather difficult. I had to cover up my face and hands with some old clothes, and I waited until nobody was in sight before dashing as fast. Do you just like looking suspicious as hell? It took me a good 10 minutes to collect myself inside the shed before I could rush back to my apartment and lock the door behind me. I don't think anyone tried to follow me. However, I know I'm going to need to retrieve the phone again tomorrow and dispose of it. I'll check for a reply from the victim, of course, not like they ever reply. Then I'll destroy the SIM and discard the phone like I always do. It might be difficult to get out there to the shed again. On top of that, I really should go to the office. Oh, and then there's one more thing I'm supposed to do tomorrow. Kojiro wants to meet for coffee. I'm not so deluded to think that I can pull off all those escapades tomorrow in my current state. I resigned to searching for the bottle of medication on my dresser. Maybe another week of taking these pills won't be so bad. They tend to increase my appetite, which is really annoying. It's a constant struggle to try and ignore the hunger that tears at my stomach. And it doesn't help that they wreak havoc on my libido. I never know what to expect. Sometimes I can look at those photos of Aoi on my phone and feel absolutely nothing. Other times I can simply be scrolling through noise while standing on the train and feel an overwhelming urge to explode. I do my best to dismiss my doubts and fears as I swallow 2 of the tiny tablets. I follow up with a sip of water from the bottle next to my bed and fight the urge to retch. I'll take a shower to freshen up. After that, I should curl up in bed and read. I need to conserve my energy for tomorrow, so an early night is in order. Maybe tomorrow's the day I'll finally be better. Libido Cheetos. No! Okay, guys. This is gonna be wait, what? June 5th, okay. So, it'll be June 5th. Today is June 4th, at least for me. We'll be playing this, some other point. What photos, Noriko? Probably just regular photos of her and, Aoi. Where the hell were you yesterday? Well, we're gonna have to give her an explanation later. Alright. Well, that's enough for today. 3 hours is what this game deserves, I think. No more. Hopefully you guys get a kick out of the costume. I really want to get to playing some indie games. So, Dread X, hopefully, and, let's see, there's another one. I can't remember right now. I'm tired. I quit. Waiting for a victim to reply, yeah, I know what I look like. The fuck you send me this for? I recognize that reference. Good stuff. I'm amazed you still want to come back to this game. You sound so dedicated to it. Well, I really just wanted to make an Emmy, thing. And it is getting a little bit interesting. Costume looks great. Awesome. I am getting invested in this. I know, right? I just want to see Noriko get her fucking comeuppance. I want to see all the ghosts of the people she may or may not have affected, like, rise out of the grave and, like, pull her off a balcony. Thanks for taking the time to work on the costume. Yeah, glad you guys liked it. Wrong girl died, save Emmy. Well, remember, we're still like a week or 2 before Emmy actually dies, so who knows, maybe something will change. Probably not, but we'll see. I just want to see more of Tomoe. Yeah, Tomoe really is the other protagonist of this game, isn't she? Alright, well, thanks for coming by, guys. I really appreciate, everything you guys have done. I know that we tend to get less retention on multi-part videos, but if you're interested, you know, I'm gonna keep playing it for at least a couple more. And again, you can buy this game yourself. It might still be on discount. You can also get it for Switch. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.